gospel song on repeat. Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you should know your time is up, I'm out, I'm done. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. Yeah, yeah. So you thought I would let this slip. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fit so loud. No, that's right. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. Oh no. So you thought I would let this slip. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. Never feel. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. Thought you knew me so much better.
Morning, Vooka Nation. Hope everyone's doing good this lovely Thursday morning. My name is Banele Mngci. Happy to be with you this morning. And yeah, man, it's a Thursday. Apparently, it's quarter to the weekend. I know some of us start celebrating the weekend on a Thursday, right? And yeah, man, it's a Thursday. We've got a jam-packed episode for you. Hope you're feeling good. I'm doing good myself. Yesterday, I was in Sandton. It was good to see people. I was at the Future Tech Summit. And yeah, man, quite a lot happened. We got to see some innovations. But yeah, I'm back. And we're ready to do the show. And I'm here with Afroberry as well. But yeah, man, happy Thursday. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. And yeah, man, what does the weekend have in store for you? As much as it is a Thursday, but as mentioned, some of us start celebrating the weekend, quarter two, which is on a Thursday, right? And it's Thursday, and we also do spiritual alignment. But it's also Thursday, my favorite day, because we also get to talk about technology. There's a lot of innovations that are happening around the world, and for me particularly, this one, it's something that I'm excited about because, yeah, guys, when it comes to communication, right? When it comes to communication, I don't know if some of you are old enough to remember, but there was a time when we used to send please call me's, right? And with those please call me's, we were able to put in a message like, hey, please call, I miss you, please call, I love you, things like that. And what's been happening right now is that the saga of the please call battle case with Nkosnati and Vodacom has now come to an end. And it has happened where they settled out of court. So this got me thinking that this has been a public battle where we, the underdogs, the employees, some of us were, following this case thoroughly, so where we thought, look, we want to make sure that he gets what he deserves, because it's not like Vodacom is denying that he came up with the idea, and more so, Vodacom took the idea and licensed it to the likes of MTN and other cell phone network providers, so they made more money, right? So now the fact that they have settled out of court and for an undisclosed amount makes me wonder, but dude, we've been with you on this battle. It's not like we want your money, but let us know how much did you walk away with, just so that nakusasa, if I invent something in one of the big tech companies or whatever, that if there is a legal dispute, this is more or less where I can get like imali. But that's the question for this morning, guys, that we've been following the whole Vodacom please call me case for quite some time, and just yesterday news broke that they settled out of court. They spoke, and they want to keep the amount undisclosed. I'm not sure if it's something they're going to do eventually, but right now they just said, look, the amount is undisclosed. So it's like we were with you with this battle, and now all of a sudden it's like, hey guys, look, I've made amends and we've spoken, and now that we have, we're not going to mention the amount. And the reason I bring the amount up is because there were, with the current CEO, with the court and all of that, there was talks of them offering him I think 47 million rands, which he happily declined it because that's not an amount that's worthy. Because when other analysts or people calculate how much Vodacom basically owes him, we were talking somewhere in the billions, right? Just somewhere in the billions. And as it stands, the 47 million, he happily declined it and was willing to continue with the court cases, with the court battle, with the legal dispute. And this thing has been running for almost 20 years now. So, just to continue another year, another 2 years, for him, that's nothing. But then we've been hearing amounts being thrown around, and he declined. The lawyers, the team, everyone else declined. But now that they've settled out of court, how much? Let us know. Because it's not like we want to, chime in and have a piece of your money. But it's like, hey, a victory case, something that took years, eventually now has come to the point where we have won, okay? And this is where we are. But when I think of a callback, man, this just throws me back to my younger days where, I had a cell phone, but I could not afford airtime regularly. Plus, also the means of communicating back then was quite expensive. And right now, it's very easy. It's very easy, inexpensive, even if you don't have money. But if there's Wi-Fi at home, you are able to communicate with your friends, your loved ones, and everyone around the world. I remember when Skype was a thing where you would buy credits just so that you can call internationally. That was also a breakthrough, because when trying to make international calls, it was really expensive. But gone are those days. Now we're in a new era, and communication is quite easy. Between me and my friends, we use WhatsApp, and I don't have to pay anything. Well, I do pay for Wi-Fi, but in terms of thinking about the cost involved of sending a message or communicating with someone, there are instances where I go to the mall and connect to the Wi-Fi and I communicate at no cost. It's at no cost to me, but I know someone else is paying. But this is how easy communication has become. So we're going to give you the news at 7:15. But for now, just let me know, when it comes to communicating, how easy is it for you to communicate with your loved one? Do you still use a call back, right? And if you do you customize it? I don't even know what the USSID is for callback. I think it's star 140, but that's to check airtime. But to send it sends. So let me know, Vooka Nation, what do you still send a call back? And if yes, do you still know the number that you need to dial? And can you also customize your callbacks? Please call them outside, or please call Tumela. Those kind of things. But let me know. So we're going to go on a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to give you your news, sports, headlines, as well as your weather. Okay, so stay tuned, and we'll see you right now in a jiffy.
Ya no quiero nada de discusiones, ni quiero que me estés comprando flores. I'm doing much better, yeah, did you notice? Ya me olvidé de tus errores. Sí que estoy llamando a estas horas, pero estoy cenando esta hora. Ya es muy tarde, ya no llores, ya no llores. Aunque estés sangrando, te ignoro. Llámame cruel, no te valoro. Hiciste guerrera y esta guerra yo gané. Más fuerte, soco el cielo. Ya no me quiebro, ya no te espero. Fui prisionera, hoy soy mi imperio. Se hace una trampa la que nunca escaparás. Nunca escaparás, nunca escaparás. Sí que estoy llamando a estas horas, pero estoy cenando esta hora. Ya es muy tarde, ya no llores, ya no llores. Aunque estés sangrando, te ignoro. Llámame cruel, no te valoro. Hiciste guerrera y esta guerra yo gané. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame. Es como que nunca, nunca te amé. Tu casa vacía, destruye. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame. Es como que nunca, nunca te amé. Tu casa vacía, destruye. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame.
Hey, hey, I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm colder than Trey, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere.
He says the summit's planning model will be reproposed to improve local service delivery beyond the event. Now, heading over to your third news headline, Brown Mogotsi's shooting raises serious concerns around the raises serious criminal justice concerns. Crime expert Mike Bolisi has called for urgent investigation into the attempted murder of businessman Brown Mogotsi, whose car was shot at in Vosloorus. Mogotsi is linked to high-ranking police officials, and alleged interference in the justice system is yet to give a formal statement. Boholis warns the incident may be staged given Mogotsi's rising notoriety and connections to organized crimes. Now let's head over for your sports news updates. Now your first headline, Protea lose iconic Boxing Day test slot as SA20 expands. For the first time in decades, the Proteas won't play a Boxing Day test as Cricket South Africa has no international fixtures scheduled for the rest of the year. The SA20 League, running from 26 December to 26 January, has taken center stage, sidelining traditional red ball matches, while CSA's side's financial necessity. Fans lament the fading Boxing Day test tradition at iconic venues like Newlands and Wanderers. The shift towards T20 has raised concerns about CSA's commitment to test cricket, especially after last year's decision to send weekend squad to New Zealand during the SA20. Now, in your second news sport headline, Kane Oldknow gears up for the inaugural Joburg 5K run. The elite women's 5K run race kicks off at 9:45 a.m. on Sunday, followed by the men's race in a sold-out Joburg debut. Top contenders include Glen Rose Xaba, Karabo More, and Olympian Tyler Oldknow, who sees the race as a fitness test and a comeback step. Oldknow, more familiar with longer distance, advocates for more serious short distance events in South Africa with a 20,000 Rand cash prize up for grabs for each winner. She praised organizers for elevating the 5K's status. Her goal is to stay competitive, enjoy the race, and build momentum for 2026. Now, heading over for your third sports news headline, Tottenham supporting Oduge after alleged gun threat in London. Tottenham defender Destiny Oduge allegedly threatened with a gun in North London on 6 September. Police arrest a 31-year-old man on suspicion for firearm possession, blackmail, and driving without a license. No injuries were reported, and the suspect has been bailed. Tottenham is supporting Oduge and his family, but declined further comment to legal proceedings. Oduge played in Tottenham's 4-0 Champions League win over Copenhagen. Now that's all for your news and sports update. I hope you guys are going to stay tuned. Don't move, Dunya guys, because we have so much more in store for you. Now we're going to take a quick ad break and head over to the weather.
서론 그냥 freestyle yeah 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 정답은 없어 단맛부터 crash까지 그 한 잔에 나 녹아내림 쉐이크하고 삼켜 내 맘은 teaser 나는 부드러워 달콤해 기분들을 바뀌는 내 Oops, are you in my mind 숨기려 해봐도 that's fear Ayo handle 돌려봄 달콤한 내 말투에 녹아봄 힘들어져 내 맘을 맞춰 like so sweet I'm dripping 빙글빙글 돌아 don't stop Drop it drop it drop it 너를 마시 위험해 달아도 중독돼 향해 like sugar rush 정신 못 차리게 입에 닿자마자 bloga switch 너는 velvetly English 한번쯤에 내 세계 fade 내 온몸에 번져 나는 pain 너의 말 한마디에 분위기는 chill yeah yeah 네 말 듣는 sugar 입에 감겨 feel yeah yeah shake it push it feel it crush it 감정을 위저 어서 목 snap 표정 한 줄로 나를 깨 나는 부드러워 달콤해 기분들을 바뀌는 내 Oops, are you in my mind 숨기려 해봐도 that's feel Ayo handle 빙글빙글 머리 돌아 잘 안 비워도 안 끝나 매일 달라지는 flavor 한 입으로 빠져 deeper 너를 마시면 crazy 산 위로 드랍해 감정들 You know I like drop it drop it Ayo handle 돌려봄 달콤한 내 말투에 녹아봄 힘들어져 내 맘을 맞춰 like so sweet I'm dripping
the news and sports headlines. Now, let's discuss this whole news headlines because this is something very interesting. When you take a look at the fact that they're about to investigate the whole shooting issue surrounding Brown Mokhotsi, especially because they think that it's actually staged. And funny enough, there's also a news report that's also flying around saying that a lady actually saw Brown Mokhotsi coming out of his car and actually shoots in the car. Now, it also begs to differ that was he actually going to be murdered, or is just something that he staged in order for him to actually not testify at the Madlanga Commission? Now, this has to say a lot about the South African justice system itself and the criminal ties that are involved when it comes to the whole justice system, because I find it very super interesting that this person has high-ranking political ties. Like, who has that much power in South Africa? It's very shocking that one person could have so many political ties and could be linked to so many cases that are actually happening here in South Africa. And most of those cases are actually very high-ranking cases. Now, it's very hard to actually believe that. Did he actually stage the shooting, or was he actually shot at? Because this is somebody that's actually supposed to come in and testify. Someone could say that he kind of did maybe stage the shooting to actually fall under witness protection and make sure that whatever is said against him does not make him become a criminal or somebody arrested and ends up in prison. Because we know that sometimes even if you end up becoming a state witness, some of the crimes that you did may be forgiven, or you might just be given a slightly lighter sentence to just lighten everything up. Now, this is very interesting, hey? And then we also head over to the Premier of Gauteng, Panyaza Lusufi, saying that everything is up and ready for the G20 summit. I just really wonder what exactly that we're discussing at the G20 summit, besides the economic growth, the debt, because I do not see South Africa's economy growing anytime soon, and it hasn't grown in such a long time. We've had so many people receive money that is supposed to go to up and coming entrepreneurs so the economy could actually grow, yet it ended up in their pockets. Now, what does that say about our country, especially right now when we're facing so many politically related issues that have to deal with the huge amounts of money that have seemingly disappeared? For example, in KZN, people are actually starting to doubt their own councillors, because funny enough, the councillors in KZN do not even have any formal level of education, yet they get selected to become councillors and deal with millions that are supposed to go towards helping the community. Now, how does one who did not actually go to school actually learn, calculate millions that's actually supposed to support the community? Because this is something that also needs to be investigated. But we do hope that the Premier of Gauteng will also take into consideration the high growth that comes with the unemployment system here in South Africa. Besides talking about the huge debt that we always find ourselves in, and the country always going out to borrow money, that it doesn't even end up helping the people itself, because that's probably one of the biggest debt that they're probably going to discuss. I hope they'll actually be talking about how the accountability of money that has been missing will be calculated, because I do not understand why we have to go and borrow money each and every single year, yet our country's economy and the people in the nation are just living in tatters. It makes no sense. They need to tell us where the money is going and why are we in so much debt, yet debt that is actually not even necessarily needed, because the money is not helping the people itself. Instead, it disappears. We are still waiting for the COVID money to be accounted for, and then bam, now we are dealing with the 2 billion that went missing from the Tembisa hospital. There is so much that is going on. I think we need to fast track and make sure maybe just repossess all the property of the people that actually line their pockets with state money that are supposed to go to the state and not them per se. This is something that truly needs to change and become something better for the economy. It's about time that the South African government starts working for the people and not against the people. people, because at this rate they're not creating jobs. Instead, we are sinking more and more into debt and not going anywhere very slowly. And then now heading over to the first news headline. Khumalo reveals deep cartel connections within South African police. Now I think this is something that almost everybody has actually known and actually ahead of. Because we do literally know that South Africa has had some pretty deep cartel involvement, man. We have been seeing that we are actually involved in the cartel so bad, and there's no way that you can say that we're not involved. I mean, we had Joburg's first female mafia boss. Well, she's not actually Joburg's first female mafia boss, but she is South Africa's first female mafia boss, who is now also in prison. Now, this is it's super interesting. I never thought we'd have a Mama Skebe. We're like on the rail in South Africa, but we do have one. And now she also got arrested with her husband because they won some tenders that they were actually not even supposed to win. It shows that the system in South Africa, especially the justice system in South Africa, has had problems throughout the years for so many times. And this is something that should have been nipped in the bud in a very long time ago, but it hasn't been. Like, look at the whole Sugupta situation that we have that is also linked to our then president, Jacob Zuma, somebody who actually went out of prison for medical leave and is still living a life of luxury when he was supposed to be back in prison. Now, it says a lot, because how can a person who leaves prison for medical leave now qualify to even open their own political party? Can we also speak to the IEC on that one? Isn't there supposed to be like a certain way of them being barred from opening their own political party because they have criminal ties and under criminal investigation? It really makes a person wonder, how does a person who is still facing a criminal charge, a person who still has so many court cases against him, be or actually qualified to open a political party? What exactly qualifies a person to open a political party in South Africa? That's something that we should probably have the IEC come through and let us know, because I thought that maybe because he's somebody still under criminal investigation and is still attending court cases, then he definitely wouldn't qualify to actually open a political party. But hey, welcome to South Africa. He opened his own political party while he's still on medical parole, which should have ended a very long time ago. Now let's head over to the parole board. Why is Jacob Zuma still out on medical parole until this time? This person is okay. He's opened a political party, he's throwing parties, he's dancing, he's getting boogie with it. Why? There's so many things that need to be explained. There's so many things that literally need to be explained when it comes to the cartel connections within the South African justice system, how everything is so weirdly linked into. This is something that we need to sit down as a nation and actually ask the people that are at the top. For example, the same also goes for working age restrictions. Yet we have a 70-year-old somebody still sitting in the chair of power. They should also be retired. Why don't those age restrictions actually count on their side? Why are they still sitting in power? They should actually get out of the seat and let more capable people come in. Maybe somebody who's young, up and rising, and actually cares for the youth, or what the shape of South Africa's future is actually going to look like, deserves to sit on that chair. But we do hope that that's something that's going to change, because frankly, personally, so to speak, I am tired of everything that is happening in South Africa. Let us live for the land of freedom that we're supposedly to be living for, the land of opportunity, where everything comes to life and we basically get each and every single thing that we voted for. We keep on voting each and every single year, but we're not getting that certain amount of freedom. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. B. Don't you think that maybe Uchezi, aka Mr. Jacob Zuma, is probably maybe linked somewhere, somehow? Because for me, he feels like a criminal. How do you open a political party when you're on medical leave from the prison? Why hasn't he even go back? Like this person.
So it could be something called presidential pardoning. Ever heard of presidential pardoning?
Yes, Yes, I have heard of it. I remember that Joe Biden, just before he left the seat, he did offer presidential pardon to somebody. I think it was his child. It was his son, actually. His son was arrested, and Joe Biden made sure that when he left the seat, he offered his son a presidential pardon. Like his son was about to go to prison and serve up some very big time in there, and he got offered a presidential pardon just before he stepped off from the presidential seat.
More like he took it.
Yeah, he took it.
Not really offered, but more like he took it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you not think the same of Jay-Z?
I do, but then for him, it's even weird because when you look at the whole Joe Biden situation, his son is no longer going to court for what he was arrested for. But Zuma is still attending court cases. So in a way, for him, it doesn't literally seem like a presidential pardon because there's still some cases that he's still attending.
Yeah, but that's if Mhlawumbe he gets found guilty, then maybe that's where you can play the card.
No, but akaphumanga ngebheli West Part. And he's out there. I think
I can see you're gunning for Zuma, ne?
Nakuyang stress alo
Uyamfuna
baba
uZuma,
I know
baba.
uyang stress. Like I also wanna know, because for me it also goes back to the IEC. Like what actually qualifies a person to open up a political party? This person is under so much stress, so much pressure.
I think we should open our own. So what qualifies someone, Vin?
Yes.
Now I'm asking you, what does qualify
In all
an
honesty,
individual to have a political
in all
party?
honesty, it's
Yeah.
something that I've never looked up, but I'll definitely look it up so we can actually know what actually qualifies somebody to have a political party. Because it makes no sense for me. Guys, nagana setse ke nka Brown Mogotsa lo bula political party, for example. This person is highly linked to
Gaten, sorry. Sorry.
like this person is linked to
Gaten, sorry. Like,
Okay, I get you. Okay.
so who qualifies to open a party? Anyone?
Anyone.
Yeah.
But there should be some due restrictions because it also comes back to what Thabo Mbeki said. Thabo Mbeki also said that there needs to be stricter policies or stricter laws when it comes to actually selecting or electing a president for the country. Now, he's talking based on what he's seen. I don't know, maybe he's also talking on his half because who was that lady who was the Minister of Health in Thabo Mbeki's reign? I forgot when the one that Bob Katza Razor Cut. That lady, him and Thabo Mbeki also had a scandal during their tenure. But their scandal did not even last that much. It kind of died down. I think he learned from his side because he didn't even go back to like run for like deputy president or anything like that. And he said after him, Zuma. And things just went AWOL. They went from zero, not even to hero. They went off the charts. That's one of the other reasons why even Kgalema Motlanthe is literally not in tune of like becoming a president. When you literally look at Kgalema Motlanthe, he didn't even stay on that deputy president chair, on that acting presidential chair for the long time because not everybody can handle it. And we really need to actually start looking into who actually fully qualifies to become a president and how can they actually handle the pressure. Like Kgalema Motlanthe gave
I
up.
say anyone can become president.
Well, we've seen
prove me wrong. Like anyone can become president.
Yeah, anyone can become president. I mean, Jacob Zuma couldn't say in the beginning.
He couldn't.
There's a literal video of them saying in the Beninging, and then you have Njimuteka that can't even read the numbers that they gave and when they're supposed to perform a speech. Like there's a lot going on in the parliamentary system itself. We have ministers who can't pronounce numbers. We had a former president who couldn't say beginning. South Africa is a banana republic. Let's be honest. We had a whole entire president who couldn't say beginning.
Look, I pardon the president. I really do. I absolutely pardon the president because kuningi, bro. There's quite a lot that's happening. Like for example, let's just go straight into word of the day. And I'm not throwing you under the bus, Afri, right? Let's go to word of the day because we see day to day that these words that we throw out here, they are designed to help you and I improve our day-to-day spoken vocabulary, just so that next time when you're in a board meeting, you can throw some of these words out. And with the president mispronouncing certain words, sure, guys, English is not his first language. But if he were to deliver a speech, probably in Zulu, I'm sure he would kill it, right? And I'm talking about Jay-Z, right, our former president. So we're going to dive into Word of the Day. And this is a challenge for us right here in studio because we're going to use this word throughout the day, right? So in a second or two, as soon as you give me thumbs up, Afroberry, I'll then hand over to you so that you can give us Word of the Day. But isn't... Already you are giggling. You see, you and Zuma have the same tendencies.
Okay, but for me, there's a difference.
What's the difference?
Zuma can speak simple English. I can speak proper English because the words that the reason why I say proper English is because the words that we normally do or throw out in Word of the Day basically have a lighter or much more a simpler way of saying them. And we use the most sophisticated version of them. That's where I have a problem. But if it comes to the lighter versions, it's no problem. Zuma palagor in the beginning, hi guys.
Who have struggled with words that I would deem simple. So what do we do then?
And you know, guys, I'm a presenter, ne? Sort of, right?
Sure.
But I struggle with words.
Sure.
But I'm expected to know these words
Sure.
because I'm a presenter or I'm a radio disc broadcaster.
yes.
I'm a broadcaster. I'm a podcaster.
On air personality.
What else do I do?
You know when you say...
I create videos, so I'm expected to pronounce certain words, right?
I know
So-
because you can't say tepo,
yeah,
for
guys,
example.
Yeah.
Or relebogile. I remember when we did the news, you said relebogile in a very weird way and tepo in a very...
Relebogile.
Yeah, you're saying it right now, but when you did the
Tepo.
news... Yeah, it's because normally when you say words that have TSH, you normally skip the S.
Guys, I skip the S, right? I skip the S.
You're not supposed to skip it.
Right, so let's go to Word of the Day. You ready for us?
Yeesh.
Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and...
Now, good morning, Vooka Breakfast Show. We're about to take you to school and let you learn some of that sophistication. Words that'll help you basically wrap up that meeting and boost your proposal. Words that'll make sure you stand out from the crowd, but are always shining within the crowd. Now, word of today is rouch.
Say that again. Say that. Wait. Let me lower the volume. Say it again.
Rouch.
What? Say that again. Guys, stop gunning for Zuma, guys.
Exactly.
Please, stop gunning for Zuma.
So here's the thing. Let's say you were
Roach.
saying a speech.
Roach.
It's actually ruach. Ruach.
You see what I mean? But that's like a Hebrew word.
It's the
So-
origin of the word is Hebrew,
Right.
and the ch is actually pronounced. So think of the ruach, right? But how you would think of it in an English perspective is the ch of the ch as ruach, right? But the actual pronunciation is ruach, and it's of Hebrew origin, and it actually has quite a few meanings and definitions depending on the context. The one could be wind, the one could be Holy Spirit, the one could be I'm forgetting the third, but yeah, I'll get into it a bit later on. But imagine if you were to come across this word somewhere, presenting somewhere in a speech or as an MC, you have to announce someone who's coming on, about to give a talk or about to perform or whatever the case is, and in their announcement or introducing them on stage, the word that you come across is ruach, and you wouldn't know that word. And I would deem that as a very simple word
Hey
for
man,
now.
this word is rooch.
Exactly.
What did you say, rooch?
Rooch.
Do you get what I'm trying to say,
bro? What do you mean? It's rooch.
So
look at it. It's written RUAC.
Exactly.
Rooch.
Rooch.
You know
But
that
it's-
guy, you know that guy from TikTok Law? He's a dad, ne?
Okay.
And they normally play these pranks on him, where it's simple. It's in his face. He answer, but then it's like,
who
with
looks
the
like a
long face.
cartoon. Yeah, I see that guy. Yeah.
So his reaction would be, Guys,
Dude,
this
this word is rooch.
It's
Bro, you can see it.
R-U-A-C-H is
That's
rooch.
funny. That's
no,
funny.
Dad, it's not rooch. It's Hebrew.
Yeah.
But it's written rooch.
Yeah.
As in, you know when you launch, L-U-A,
Exactly.
rooch.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I get you. So using that standard of, because the thing is, we tend to use, and a whole lot of us in society in general, we tend to want to use English as a tool for measurement for intelligence, which is not the case, right? Just because I know how to speak like this and I sound like this means not that like I'm a learned individual.
Precisely
or,
so.
Or I'm well read up, you know, or I'm well versed in a number of topics and discussions, but I can pull that off as a facade, and I get to a boardroom and I'm like, my name is Musi, mister, and of course this morning we're going to talk about, you know, but that doesn't mean that. So even with Zuma, like,
not.
it doesn't mean I'm not, and it
doesn't mean that. But-
So we can't use that as a standard.
Sure.
The fact that, yes, beginning is a very simple word to a lot of people, and it's a word at a primary school level.
But even
right?
in church, man, especially when you read the first book of the Bible,
Sure.
right? So Genesis 1:1
In the
says
beginning.
that in the beginning, sorry guys, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Exactly.
All right,
Sure.
So anyone can make the flop lena, but guys, I should be president.
Okay.
I mean, I
And
should
why
be
is that?
president. No, because I can pronounce in the beginning.
So you see now where it puts us, because now it puts us in that. Doesn't mean that every well-spoken person can now stand to be a leader in whatever department or in whatever.
Probably the question
setting.
here is that if you are struggling, because that's what you're asking, Afri, right? If you are struggling with basic words, can you be president?
Yeah, because for me, in a way, okay, I understand the struggle because I also struggle. But then this also comes back to the people that he had in the room because they let him die there.
They let him die.
They let him die. He struggled. He pronounced. He called it the Piningi. And like this person has a whole presidential advisor. So now it also makes you think: is the presidential advisor themselves actually qualified to become a presidential advisor?
No, I
because
mean-
you see the president is struggling. So he's supposed to go up there and like whisper in the ear. It's called beginning. And then when you letting the whole president of a whole country struggle, ngo Piningi.
We have to think that
I
these are
didn't-
strategies, man. Like, think of the 2020 speeches that Ramaphosa had.
Yeah.
You remember that day when he gave the speech, and he was playing with his mask, pretending as if he was struggling, and like, really, you're an old man. How would you struggle with putting some of these things are tactics. They are put there purposefully.
was
So
funny, though.
that's the
was
point,
funny.
right? It was. To me, how it came off,
It
it was
looked like a cheese string.
it was-
You saw that, right?
that's funny.
A cupcake.
But some of these things, and this is coming from, you know how much TV I watch, right? TV, movies, series, and I've watched quite a few presidential movies or series, right? And what you find is that in some of those sittings and those meetings that they have, some of these things are put there purposefully, so with intention. And with this one, how it came off for me was that it was aimed at easing the tension in the country
around.
around COVID and
Mask.
lockdown.
Hey, guys,
Right?
that was an error.
So that act was kabo moretshege re lebale. Wang understand, like there could be a whole lot of implications, contributing variables and factors. So him doing that, even with the listen carefully, 1,600,000 and you remember that the
and then it dances like
yeah, come on, man. Zuma he's a tactful guy, guys. That guy started the chess club in exile in the ANC ranks. So we tend to think of him as a stupid. He might not have been to school.
He's strategically, so to speak.
He might not have been to school, but he's a very learned individual. He has natural born wisdom. So,
Yeah.
so we can't take them at face value, thinking that an entire president couldn't say in the beginning. There's no way. There's no way that it was the first time coming across that word. No way. There's no way. So I don't know, but that's just my 2 cents, man.
So my nephew Junior, ne?
Sure.
So he has practiced the word, what color for districts and what. So he can pronounce the full word. Do you know that longest word Can you escalapaladosis,
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah, I've
Do you know
seen-
that word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I remember that
Can
me
you
and my
pronounce
friends,
it?
I can't pronounce it.
Then if Junior comes to you and says, "I'm an I," if you can't say that word, you shouldn't be in front of the camera.
Exactly.
Because for me, it's a word that's not, for me, I don't use it.
But the fact
So
that you
in a
don't use
way-
it doesn't mean that you can't learn it and know how to pronounce it. For a long time, I didn't use the word compartmentalize. I couldn't say that word until, like, proper. I would have to really take my time until 2 years ago. 2 years ago, July, August, I remember very well. Compartmentalize, right? And the reason I had to learn it was because I had started using it in my vocabulary quite oftenly so.
Yeah.
In discussions, in talks, in just conversation. I'm one of those people who really tries to be able to function at a high functioning level of compartmentalization.
Yo.
There's a lot of people who can't pronounce that
just
word.
thinking about it, for me, that's a tongue twister.
It's exactly
But let me try. Say it one more time.
compartmentalization.
Compartmentalization.
Yeah.
I got it right.
Yeah,
Compartmentalization.
yeah, to
Come on, man.
compartmentalize, you know?
Try it.
Say it again.
Compartmentalization.
Compartmentalization.
Yeah.
Trust me, ask me about it out of nowhere, and it's gonna sound like this gibberish.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
And then speaking on the whole issue at IEC, ne? So apparently when you register with the IEC, the specific requirements vary on the level on which you want to register. So whether it's national, provincial, district, or metropolitan. So it's not actually very specific to what actually qualifies a person for opening a political party, whether it's district, regional, or national or metropolitan. So, but you need to a fully completed application for registration, Annexure A of the regulations, the party's full name, not more than 60 letters, and an abbreviated name, if any, not more than 8 letters, a high resolution party logo or symbol in color as a PNG or GP or
JPEG.
JPG file with 2 identical samples required, a copy of the party's constitution, a registration fee which varies by level, a deed of foundation signed by a specific number of registered voters who support the party's founding.
So who's to say that Brown Mohosi can't do all of that?
Yeah, he literally, hence I made the example. And Abati, they also need a proof of publication of a notice of your application in the government gazette for national/provincial or local newspaper for district or metro using Annexure 2 of the regulations. So it's actually not specified, Uguti. A person, whether you have criminal ties or you don't, you can't open a political party. So the only thing you just need to do is just come with a name that has 60 letters, an abbreviation with 8 letters, a logo or symbol that's very colorful.
Yeah, I mean, ex-cons,
Pay a registration fee and then you're
ex-cons
done.
can open up political parties, right? Yeah, so...
An ex-con can. So hence I'm saying that it also comes to go back to what actually...
So Zuma can, and he did.
He did.
He did.
He can, and he definitely did.
Yep. So anyone can do it. So depending, as you said, whether you want to go locally, provincially, and all of that stuff, you can open your own political party. But guys, come to me for 2 high-resolution logos with the color. I'll do that for you. But it looks like the colors have been taken because nowadays you can see, Uti, when we talk colors, we associate it with a particular, political party. So. The one that's just green. I'll remember the name now, but you can see Utamakala Pelile because by association you would tie a color to a political party. So when we start parties, I need to use the color pink. Just because.
Yeah, and I remember there's no purple.
There's no purple, there's no pink. Some neon greeny. Burgundy,
turquoise,
right?
Oh, beige. Yeah, you're patterning beige.
Yeah, but
maroon.
We do know, Guti. Certain colors evoke certain emotions. I get it. Yeah, but anyone can open a party, and guys, stop it, man. Stop it with Jacob, man. Right? He's a frail, strong old man, but he's very, very intelligent. He might not be able to pronounce certain words, but he's a very intelligent individual.
So we think that he might not be able to pronounce certain words. So we think.
Yeah, so we think.
So it's been put out into the public, you know.
As it's been
I still
portrayed.
don't trust.
The
that
same
guy.
goes for
I still
Kgalema
don't trust.
Motlanthe. You may think that Kgalema Motlanthe can actually be a president just because it no longer appears. Kanti is like the perfect candidate that the country needs. You never
Guys,
know.
I said it. I am. After, if you were president for a day, one thing in one sentence that you would change. One thing.
One thing
Yeah.
that I would change. I would charge higher taxes on the rich.
Bad strategy. Because you're going to lose investments in the country,
Lately.
and a lot of businesses will then up and go. So yesterday, as I mentioned, I was at the convention center for the Africa Summit, right?
Sure.
And you could see, guys, that there's a lot of international businesses that are making some individuals rich, of course, but it's these investments in the country that creates jobs. Because one of the talking items in the G20 is around the economy, or how to improve the economy. So one of the ways to improve the economy is through job creation, and you need to get investment. So if you charge a lot for the taxes so that the rich get taxed more, hey guys, that's gonna be bad, eh?
In terms of investment wise.
Yeah. Okay, second try. What would you change? I wanna go to president.
And that's just for 24 hours.
Yeah, that's.
And you just have one decision to make. Like, what are you changing?
What would you change?
What I would change is I would refuel small businesses so that mhlawumbe kube a mandate where, look, we're gonna fund you, but you need to create at least 2 jobs.
For small businesses.
Yeah, for
Okay,
small
that's cool.
businesses, right? Because small businesses are the engine of the economy, the GDP.
Yeah. The
So-
backbone of the economy.
Yeah,
Sure.
so assist in making sure that there are at least 2 employees, and go through the process of saying, look, we're going to take you through labor law, we're going to take you through how to register UIF and all of that stuff. But just make sure that it becomes a sustainable, viable vehicle, because manje, there's not a lot of jobs out there, but we can create jobs through small businesses.
Sure.
Yeah, Moose, yourself?
I'm trying to think about it. There's just too much, I think.
One thing that you would change.
There's a lot, man, that I would want.
Sure, give me.
But I think
give me
I
one
would.
that's top of mind.
I'd go the education route. And try to put more investment into not only, developing 9-to-5 employees, but individuals who are strategic and problem solvers, man. Strategic thinkers.
Are you being strategic with us? Man? We get our Zoom. So we think.
Yeah, but I'd really put a whole lot of time and investment into, creating and developing strategic thinkers and problem solvers in our economies. And this takes me back to the conversation we had a couple of months ago in Oste, in that a lot of the students that come out of the schooling and education system are created or are systematically programmed to be part of the
Dying.
yeah, but
system.
what's the thing he mentioned, man? There's a term. What's this term I'm thinking of? But I'm forgetting.
Economy.
Yeah, man. Like he said we were part
System.
of the yeah, but it's not like a system. It has a term. Sheesh, I'm forgetting. But yes, a whole lot of us are in that system, right? We are programmed, we go to school, we're taught that in terms of the content that we watch, the things that we consume both on social media and on mass propaganda media, day-to-day media. So I'd really put a whole lot of investment into that. In that
Education.
kids mabaya esikolweni, go to school for into ukuthi you're good at innately so. not just ukuthi I want to be a CA, but you have no passion for CA. Are you actually a mathematical thinker? Are you actually a mathematical learner? You know, as an auditory learner myself, what are my skills? Now, because I'm talking from a biased perspective right now, and I recognize that because I'm an auditory and I receive information way better when I am discussing, talking like this, and when I'm listening, right? But I can't develop a sitting down and reading and doing notes because I have done that, right? But what comes out a bit more in you as an individual? The one thing that Asian countries are far from us as a globe, as a society of the world, is that they develop these kids from a very young age. You've seen those videos of Asian kids.
Bricklaying.
Umntwana omncane kushayela isitilo ngathi umuntu omdala ashaya udaka. Umntwana omncane apheke ngathi umuntu omdala. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But why are they doing that? Like, what do they know that we don't? And I think for me, this information is kept for the elite or is taken away from us. You understand? And thus I say, like, it's a conversation we'll get into one day because I know it's going to spark quite a bit of controversy.
I mean, this is information that matters
completely,
because when all is said and done, farming, agriculture will sustain you.
Absolutely.
It will allow you to live.
Absolutely.
So Jan van Riebeeck won't pay.
Like how you like really?
Yeah.
Really? So there is, and someone now you're bringing into history now, right? And I did history back in high school, and I have a friend of mine who's a third year high school history teacher, right? And we talk about some of these things. This is things that I learned 10 years ago when I was in high school, or 10 plus minus years ago when I was in high school. And how is it going to help this generation? I know that, like, there's quite a lot of things that we can question, and that's the one thing that I would change.
I've got a rant as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did Afrikaans in school.
Sure.
And I remember taking the time to learn it thoroughly.
As FAL, right? As a first additional language.
Second. But I remember in grade 8, I got tired of failing Afrikaans. And then I took the initiative that, look, there are programs around me, Seven Delan at the time, Nuit
Sure.
for Nuit. And I spent a lot of time, like, really learning the language.
Sure.
And by the time I got to matric, I was very comfortable, right? So even if it was an essay, I could write it. I could talk, express myself, and I would watch, listen, and hear. Sometimes I would read subtitles, but then I found myself listening without
understanding without reading the subtitles.
without reading.
Sure.
So now my niece does Afrikaans esikolweni, and for me it bothers me because
How is it
15
going
years,
to
20
help?
years later, since Mqedile esikolweni, there's nothing.
You haven't
for me.
made
I haven't
use of
used-
Afrikaans.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because remember also there was the thing of, if you learn Afrikaans, bazokuthanda, right? Your employers will love you. But right now things have changed. So I don't see the need why I or someone, an African, should learn Afrikaans.
Maar ek kan goed Afrikaans praat.
Yeah,
Ek kan goed Afrikaans lees en skryf.
but how is that serving you right now? So now here's a young kid learning Afrikaans, they cracking their brain.
Sure.
And it's sad because even my niece, the same story. Last week I was helping her with the Afrikaans.
I remember, they called saying, I know, Afrikaans. Yeah.
Right? Years later, I don't even use it.
Yeah.
And I don't even see the need why, if I were to meet an Afrikaans speaking person, we need to meet each other halfway, which is English.
Absolutely.
And manja, why? So I know that, I'm not sure, but I think Umbali is learning isiZulu.
Okay.
Right? She's going to be well versed than I am, because by the time she finishes, she'll probably be able to read Zulu much better than I can and articulate herself better than I can. And it's a language that she will use moving forward.
Sure.
Because when she converses with her parents, people around her that speak the same language, at least she knows that we can understand, and this is something that I can use. Right? But as it stands right now, honestly, for me, I just don't see why one would want to learn Afrikaans. And if you are not an Afrikaner,
Sure.
doesn't make sense.
It does
completely.
because, for example, for me, I actually wanted to take my son to like AKA multiracial schools, and then but for me it was a bit dumb. I'm like, first of all, I can take him there, But we don't do Afrikaans. We don't speak Afrikaans. My grandmother learned Afrikaans during apartheid, and she refuses to speak it. Like
you could still send them to a multiracial and have them learn isiZulu there.
Yeah, what I'm making examples is that even if he learns isiZulu, Afrikaans is still going to be a part of it.
No,
it's not.
no.
So you'll be doing English and Zulu.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds a bit better. Because for me, I also didn't get the whole like part of learning Afrikaans. I remember last year when I was tutoring my cousin, now she's in grade 3, when I was tutoring her, and then come Afrikaans, I would literally freeze. And my other grandmother, so I have like a couple of grandmothers in the same street. So I worked just down the road and I tutored her. And then come later on, when it came to Afrikaans, the grandmother that she lives with, her mother's father, her father's mom, whatever, the one that they live with, she literally also refused to help her with the Afrikaans homework, which was pretty weird. So I had to go across.
As in refused.
Refused 99.
Kutambo fail.
Like begala nana nuti na ke wisi buri nana ka apartheid fitile nna ke yona ntho tena ngwana ba at least ga o sa ituti Zulu or anything like that, and like I was shocked. So I had to go across the road and ask this other girl, she's in grade 8 but this year she's in grade 9, so I had to go and ask her to come and help me with the Afrikaans homework, because she did it like literally from primary. Now she's in high school and she's been doing Afrikaans. So when it came to the whole Afrikaans part, she would literally help me. But otherwise the grandmother felt, and for me I also feel like there's so many different languages in South Africa. Why is it only isiZulu that has to be another first language
in the whole Africa?
Which one is it? Because most of the schools bafunda isiZulu. Like I've never heard of a private private school first language any option Afrikaans or Lesotho.
No, I
that's
disagree.
What I'm saying.
I disagree, because when you say you've never heard, have you researched?
Research with the kids that stay in my hood. Most of them they don't have isiTswana
the kids there,
or
Bako private school.
Yes, it's either they have to do Afrikaans or isiZulu. So me, I have me thinking like, okay, with all the different languages, but like, shouldn't at least maybe a couple cater to isiTswana, Spedinyana, isiZulu? Because now you have a Tswana kid speaking isiZulu. When they're at school, they speak isiZulu. When they're at home, they speak isiTswana.
No, look, if you're paying money, and I'm talking about a lot of money, you've got the choice of saying, my son or my daughter will do these languages, right? So you'll have English. Some of them even offer, like at DSJ, German. And I was about to say, Guti, it's better if they study Mandarin, because there's opportunities in China where you can go there, speak Mandarin, and be profitable as an individual. But coming back to local schools, private schools, you have the option of saying, my child will learn English and isiXhosa. And within the very same school, they've got Xhosa speaking teachers, Zulu, Sotho, Tswana. You choose as a parent, because I'm not going to pay a lot of money for my child to be taught a language that I think won't benefit them. Right? So take the time, do the research, but this is something I know because I used to work with private schools where I know the languages that are on offer. So you can choose the languages, and that's it. You don't have to worry that you're paying a lot of cash and at the end of the day your child is learning a language you don't want. Right? Cool. So with that being said, Vooka Nation, let us know, right? Are you using the Afrikaans or a language that you learned, or a subject even that you learned back in the days, and you see that today you're not even using those skills or those lessons that came about? For me personally, I did math and science, and man, I can tell you today it's paying off, because when talking music and when talking about all things sound engineering, trigonometry, we used to do on sine waves. And when I look at the music where you've got your sine wave or even other types of waves like a sawtooth, a triangle, these are all things I learned in matric with trigonometry, and I'm seeing that same knowledge is now applying in my day-to-day use of technology right here. Okay, so are there any subjects that you just don't think this was beneficial for me and it was a complete time waster? Now remember, we are different. For me, there are subjects that I did where I just think, man, it's okay. It's like a nice to know, like geography for me. But someone who's a geologist or, yeah, for them probably geography was a good subject. But for me personally, I think the subjects that really, really contributed towards the person that I am today, it's definitely mathematics, physical science, English, and maybe a little bit of biology, because right now I do tend to look at the human anatomy and learn about the human body. So those are the subjects that I think we should keep in school, or at least have the choice, right? Have the choice, yeah. So let us know in the comments. When we come back, Vooka Nation, there's an interesting question I need to ask you, but don't change the dial. So essentially, when we opened the show, we were talking about police calls that they have settled out of court, and the amount was not disclosed, right? So most of us have used police calls in our lifetimes, and it's something that got us by, because if you wanted to send a message, you could use Leo please call. Hey, please call, I'm outside. Please call, I love you. Please call, good night. So I want to know, when we come back from the break, that if a relationship or something like a public dispute like this one happened on a public platform, okay, when they settle things, is it okay or is it fair for them to now do it privately? Because when it was still ongoing, it was in the public eye, right? And now that sesilungisile, we don't need now that sesilungisile, we don't need to invite you in. So whether it's a relationship or you've got a friend, you were trying to talk to her, or hey man, try and do this, try and do that with your relationship. But now that things are fine, it's like, no, you know what, it's fine. Because I feel like that's what's happening right here. They have settled out of court. They've spoken. I don't know whether they paid him with shares or whatnot. Yeah, but let me know after the break that if something took place in the public space, and when I say public, someone came to you and approached you with a public matter, or they came to you with that, and then once it's resolved, they then lock you out of it. I'm dumping this girl, ngiyamyeka, and then kusasa I don't tell you ukuthi we got back together, right? So is that fair? Let me know after the break.
The term I was looking for was middle class.
Middle class. All right, so guys, let me know after the break that when public matters are now taken private and they involved you, is that fair, or do you stay your ground and say, but you know what, that's my jurisdiction. If I'm only allowed to be in when you invite me, then sure. But if you also take me out, that's still fine. So let me know in the comments and we'll come back shortly.
Here we go, put this miserable song on repeat. Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't wanna talk to me? You should know your time is up, I'm out, I'm done. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. Yeah, yeah. So you thought I would let this slip. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence. So now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Oh no. So you thought I would let this slip. So I put you on a lifetime sentence. And now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence. So now you never feel my presence. Never feel. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Thought you knew me so much better.
Don't know if you know this too. I'd rather be right here with you. Nothing else matters right now. It's just you and me, boy. 이대로 멈췄으면 좋겠어, 둘이. Don't take your eyes off me, baby. You're the one that I need. 솔직히 말해볼게. 너만을 기다려봤다고. 저 수평선을 건너 우주 끝까지 가볼게. With you, with you. 마지막 순간까지 너와 눈을 감아도 너만 보여. 난 something by you, baby. I do anything 줄 수 있어. 다 something by you, baby. You're my favorite part of the day. Baby, you got me going crazy about you, and I can't seem to get over you. 이대로 멈췄으면 좋겠어, 둘이. Please keep your eyes on me, baby. 나만 바라봐줘. 솔직히 말해볼게. 너만을 기다려, 너만을 기다려. 저 수평선을 건너 우주 끝까지 가볼게. With you. 마지막 순간까지 너와. 저 수평선을 건너 우주 끝까지 가볼게. 마지막 순간까지 너와. 눈을 감아도 너만 보여. 난 something by you, baby. I do anything 줄 수 있었다. Something by you, baby. Something by you. Something about you.
Welcome back, guys. Giving you some sweet melodic sounds in the background, making sure that you are feeling amazing and fantastic. Like right now, just before the ad break, we were basically talking about the whole schooling system and how private schools sometimes don't always cater to everybody's linguistics needs, right? And so I really hope that you guys let us know in private school, if you went to a private school, did you enjoy doing Afrikaans, or you would have literally swapped out Afrikaans for Sepedi, Setswana, Sesotho, Chivenda? Which one do you think would have sounded much more better, or would have been of better help in terms of your learning life or your learning journey when it comes to linguistics in schools? And if you did Afrikaans, do you think it's still applicable right now where you work? Do you even use Afrikaans where you work? Do you even write a work presentation or work email in Afrikaans? Because most people actually weren't to study Afrikaans from primary until high school, only to get to varsity and not even use it on one of their essays, not even use it on their school paper. So do you think that it's still a language that is basically needed, or maybe it's a language that has been long overdone and something that we can literally move on for? Because Afrikaans has always been the highlight when it comes to the world of languages throughout the apartheid system. Even now, do you think it's about time we let it take a break and let it breathe and start doing our own home languages so our African pride can shine out even much more better? Let us know on the comment section, and do also send us a text, a voice note, or you can also give us a call on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Let us know what you think, because we are ready to hear what you are thinking. Let us into your world, hey? So right now we're going to head over to our YouTube channel and read our comment section. So our first comment from our Vooka Nation supporters was from Umam Tembi, coming in at the Sound Please V team. Thank you. So thank you very much, but we're happy that now the sound is sorted. And then we also have another comment coming in from Umam Tembi saying, a very good morning, Vooka team and Vooka Nation. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Zivugile on a cool Thursday. And then we also have another comment coming in from Umama Ati, hashtag wishing you a great, wonderful day ahead. Be blessed and take care. Thank you very much, Ma. It's always lovely hearing from you. And then she also comes back again saying, hashtag spiritual alignment day. Yes, ma'am. It's all about that day. And then we also have another comment coming in from Miss Q Rams. That's a good morning, team. Hope you are well on this Thursday morning. Blessed day to you. Thank you very much, Miss Q. And good morning to you over there. And then we have a comment coming in from Umbali saying, good morning, team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. And then we also have another comment coming in from Umbali saying, hope you guys have a great day ahead. Thank you very much. And we also do hope that you have a great and wonderful day ahead. And then we have a comment coming in from Sumame Kalani. Good morning, Vooka Nation and Vooka team. Sivugile on this beautiful Thursday. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Stay blessed. Thank you very much, Lavi. I hope you also stay blessed. And then we also do have a comment coming in from Spin City. I see, here's a shocker. Jan van Riebeck is not well known in Netherlands like here in SA. Is he even real?
Yeah, I've been reading up on some things that will shock Abantu, because some of these historians or other people that are depicted in the past, some of them are made up, including my inventions. Like, we think we're living in a linear timeline, and you've got the likes of people that came through and invented all of these things, but there's supporting facts or evidence that those people didn't even exist. I mean, this is technology that existed way back. And when you think about the world fairs, where in the 1900s, the world fairs, if you look at the pictures and the videos, they were full of lights and it was glowing. Question is, where did that electricity come from? Right? So there's technologies or things that existed, but a narrative was created that so and so done 1, 2, and 3. Apparently, even Shakespeare was black. But anyway, let's continue.
Oof. Nale avi deep, yeah? And then we have another comment coming in from Sumame. I too don't see the need for Afrikaans. I did Afrikaans from grade 3 until matric, but I never liked it or understood it. And then she comes back again saying, mind you, my family speaks Afrikaans, but it still does not interest me or serve me in any way. Can't even help my kids with it because they are also doing Afrikaans. Now, I think this is where you notice that things are getting real. If you can't even help your kids with Afrikaans and you did Afrikaans.
Yeah, but I mean, this is where we see, Guti, hey, if you're doing Afrikaans, you're on your own. This is me as a parent saying it. Hey, man, if you're doing Afrikaans, you're on your own. But no, man, we would love to help. But guys, maybe I'll show you this, right, where I was helping my niece with Afrikaans and we were using AI for that. But I also tried to make sure that we translate it from English to Afrikaans so that she understands what she is learning. And it was an awesome experience. It was awesome. She understood it. And yeah, it's something that I think even for productivity hacks and tricks, maybe I can show the Vooka Nation how to do it, because you can start from English going to Afrikaans, or you can move from the other way coming back, right? The tools are there. The tools are absolutely there. So yeah, thank you for the comments, and from now on we'll speak Afrikaans. How good is your Afrikaans?
Biki.
Hey guys, you know, there are some people when asking them about Africa, can Biki Prat, you just say, I know I can't. Okay, show me the Biki.
Goeiemôre, hoe gaan dit?
Ek is goed, dankie.
Ja, baie goed,
Kan ons
dankie.
gesels?
Ja, we can. I find it if I can
Nee,
understand.
man, moenie vertaal wat ek sê. Moenie vertaal wat ek sê. My vraag is, kan ons gesels?
No, we can't
As ek
speak.
jou 'n boodskap stuur, kan ons gesels?
No, we can't have a proper conversation. And what do you want to steer me?
Nee, 'n boodskap.
Oh, bona no. Hey.
See, people say, hey, biki. Guys, you can't. You just know how to say hi, how are you? And yeah, ngikhona ukuyikhuluma kancane, but I'm not that good.
Ek kan
That's
goed
it.
Afrikaans lees.
Lees.
Ja.
Lees en skryf, maar
Ja,
kan jy dit
lees en skryf. Ek kan 'n bietjie hoor, ek kan 'n bietjie verstaan, maar dit is nie so sleg nie. En ek kan hier en daar antwoord.
Sure.
So my Afrikaans is nie so sleg nie, maar dit was nie my favorite subject in high school.
Mense praat kombuis Afrikaans, maar as ons suiwer Afrikaans praat,
Nee, ek kan nie seker Afrikaans praat nie.
dan mense sê nee, ek kan
Ek kan 'n
bietjie
bietjie
praat, ek kan 'n
Afrikaans,
bietjie
ja.
praat. Because that's when Sexu was like, you know what,
Actually, you can't.
actually, yeah, I can only talk kancane.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you can't.
I think what most people can do, and this is like I think it's on an international level with a lot of languages, right?
Sure.
I have a friend who should have came months ago for personal finances on a Tuesday. He learned French.
Nice.
I think it was Utumsani and Unomi. I told them that I'm working on a French song now for Voices Without Borders showcase, the Harmonious Chorus showcase. It's going to take place on the 29th, right, of this month of November. It's going to be on a Saturday.
Opera originates from where?
Is Konje King. I think it's a French opera. I forget who the composer is.
Okay.
Yeah, because I haven't touched that kind of music in a while. So this is just me trying to attempt and bring back that style of my musicality. So I'm working on this song now. It's called Jacques and Tron Encore. Right? And so I was talking to
Afro is well versed with French.
No, I need to go back because for me, in school, I don't want to lie. If they hadn't actually discontinued it, it's a language that I probably would have continued with until like matric. I passed so well in French, my grandmother was disappointed.
So translate that for me.
No, I haven't spoken French in forever. I lost it. It's the same as Tonga. It's some languages that I used to fluently speak, but because along the way, as I grew up, I literally lost touch with people that I used to communicate with. It kind of died down. So for me,
Completely.
not completely, I just know the basics. By right now, I only know the greetings, basically.
So it'll find no moon to that didn't learn.
So that's what I was about to
French.
say, right?
Yeah.
That Kak can speak French proper because he
Sure.
spent quite a couple of months from August of 2023
Yeah.
to January or February of 2024. He was in Mauritius. And Mauritius is mostly a French-speaking country, right? But that wasn't the I don't want to say intention, but the drive behind him learning French. He just wanted to learn French. And now he can speak French proper,
Nice.
fluently. Remember that guy when we went for the bike tour?
Hey, that guy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you saw him, right?
Yeah, I saw him and the other.
That guy speaks French.
Yes.
And I was shocked. I thought maybe it's a guy from
No, they were
Zambia
they
or
were actually
whatever.
explaining that they learned French back in 2010 around the FIFA World Cup. So basically, the government took some people in South Africa, some went to France, some went to different countries to learn those languages. So they literally went to university to learn those languages, and they put them up with French, proper French-speaking families that didn't know how to speak English in order for them to push them to learn French a bit more faster. So one of them that I was with on the tak is actually a friend of the instructor. So they went to France around the same time. He was even telling me that he still has the French dictionary. So the French dictionary and the English translation, it's like yay big. So it's basically all French words, and then the other half it's the English version of it. So it's something that he still uses every once in a while. So he was literally on that tour because he was also applying for a translation job at Labels Backpackers.
Very interesting. But I think what a lot of people say, right, with Afrikaans. So think of how Spanish and I forget what other language is taught in the US. But Spanish is one of those languages that is taught outside of English, right? Much as
Latin.
Afrikaans, yes. Yeah, well, yeah, here and there, but mostly in varsity I've come across with Latin that most of them take it up, especially if they want to go the English route and teach English or, things of that nature. But what a lot of people do when they travel to Spanish-speaking countries will say, I can speak Spanish. But what they don't understand is that they can greet
In
and
Spanish.
understand greetings, right? And say, what is your name? What is your name? My name is Musi and yay. My name is Banele.
Ekus Banele.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? But when we actually, hoe gaan het met jou vandaag? Like,
My French.
Yeah, my French is
It's not French.
Exactly, So I think it's just conversation and very limited conversation, just so that you can identify yourself or introduce yourself to a native speaker of that language.
Sure.
But it's because it's very interesting. I've been following, or I was following for a while. There's this guy. Joama or Joame something. He can speak Mandarin like no one's business.
Yay, that guy.
That white guy from America. And to a lot of Asian speaking people or Asian people or Chinese speaking people.
It's a black guy.
No. That's a white guy. He's a white guy that I'm talking about. He sounds like he's from Beijing, because they say that he has a very strong Beijing. Yeah, the nuances, the inflections, all of those kinds of things. And when he comes across, when people he does these videos where he'll go and order at the drive-through, right? And what they do, Mole, is they actually bring the food out to you to your car. So not like a window thing in some of those restaurants. And he's ordering on the speaker. And when the person working there brings the food, is like, wait, where's the person who was speaking Mandarin? Was it you, Chief? And it's like, sheesh, where did you find this deep Beijing accent? It's like, no, I was there for quite some time, and I studied in Beijing, and things of that nature. So it's things like that, and they get shocked. How do you sound like that?
Better than us.
Better than most Asian American individuals, But it's funny, man. So mense kan nie so goed Afrikaans praat nie, en verstaan en lees en skryf. Julle kan net introduce themselves and that's it, man. But it's funny. It's very funny, Mr. B.
Yeah, man. I've got a video here. I could only find this guy, because he's also on YouTube where he talks Mandarin, And people are shocked because of the way he articulates the words and all of that. The same way we would be shocked when, I'm sure you've seen on TikTok everywhere, there's this lady, man, like she's Afrikaner, but yeah, man, her Zulu. Yes, Oguti.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because if you were to look away, or you would hear her first and then turn, I think you would also have the same reaction as those individuals.
It's also the same as this other lady. She's also South African. The first time I heard of her or about her was when the Queen Mujaji series came out. So she's Afrikaner, but her and her family, the husband, the son, and her, they all speak Kulubedu. It's Kulubedu. And you would swear, you would never even think that it's coming from a white person, especially if you don't see her. Like, I actually follow on TikTok. Like, she speaks proper Kulubedu, their husband and their wife. I was shocked. And I was like, okay, this is like pretty interesting. We've heard of white people speaking Zulu, speaking Xhosa, but then it's also nice to actually hear them speaking another language besides the famous one, which is Zulu and Xhosa. And she was speaking Kulubedu, Skulubedu, which is Sulubedu. Which
What's
is
that?
it's another part of Pedi culture in a way.
Zulu and Pedi.
No.
Sotho and Pedi. Zulu Pedi. Like,
No.
is that a mash of words?
No.
It's a dialect more than
Oh, okay, sure.
language, right? So think of how Amapata say that they are not like Xhosa speaking people. It's a combination of isiZulu and Isipa, and isiXhosa, right? So it's a region type of thing where.
Just check if your mic is.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. So Sulubedu is a dialect more than it is like a language, right?
Sure.
So think of how Amapata identify themselves as like half Zulu, half Xhosa, because it was a region thing, right? So when the Zulu nation was fighting and all of those types of things, and there were internal wars within these groups of people.
Sure.
So Sulubedu is a combination of Setswana, but regional Tswana. So Setswana, Sepedi, they take a bit away from Sevenda, you know. So how we would identify a Sipitori speaking person if they were to come to Dobsonville, would completely hear them because of the region, right? It's not like it's an entire language. Okay, it's slightly different to Setswana sa rona sa Mokasi.
Jagged.
In Dobs, yeah, the terms and terminology, rings and pairings, So yeah, Sulubedu is like a combination, like Namibia, Botswana, South Africa, but Limpopo region. There's a derivative of Sesotho as well, because what you find is
It's a melting pot.
and it is completely. There's a bit of Shona I've found as well. There's a lady I found on YouTube as well, who says like there's like Shona people coming from like Zimbabwe who also form part of that region. So it's where all these countries meet and people migrating from one country to the other, and because there's a slight difference between northern and southern Setswana. So in Botswana, Setswana Sako in the north of Botswana, the language takes quite a lot from Sepedi
For sure.
in Limpopo, right? But they also steal a bit from Sulubedu. But us here in South Africa, so this is Northwest, Kimberley, right here in Gauteng itself, Setswana speaking people, we take from South Botswana speaking people, right? And there's like different parts of so it's just an entire thing, but it's a very interesting language, man.
So obviously you've seen with Makfigu Muntu, who is from a different region.
Sure.
It's as if this person is a tourist.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Mongaya, like Endawin, like Makaya, so. And even if you speak isiXhosa or whatever Sotho from
They can tell
Gauteng,
like you're not from here.
the ladies are like, yeah, man, this guy was a
That's
Gauteng.
proper.
It's proper.
There is that
Yeah.
thing. I'll tell you with Angie as well.
Yeah.
Right? Because Angie, I think now she's adapted. Sorry about that. She's adapted.
Yeah, I'm confused.
She switches like no one's business.
Because I thought, okay, Wabu, okay, cool. Mara cool, I'm like, you still have the tongue, like you've got
Does
the
completely.
yeah.
She's retained that accent, but it only comes out when she speaks to people who have that accent as well, right? That deep-rooted Sesotho accent, but it's quite regional as well. There's this guy who makes skits on social media. Sesotho Sako Free State, Blomo, Lesotho is slightly bit different to Sesotho Sako Val in the south. So Sebokeng, Valley, Triziki, all the Vrenaging, all those places. Because when I'm a scatter, I don't get a and it's like, okay, I can look at Sesotho guys, but like, has Sesotho said a stride saying, you know, but with Angie, like the accent switches in the moment. It's crazy. It's very deep. And it's interesting, though, to find people who can switch their tongues like that. And when the person speaks English and they switch to their mother tongue, it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, you're that rooted in your language. So it's fascinating, man. It's very fascinating.
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
So, guys, before you answer this question, Oguti, then fine, we agree that it serves no purpose for us to learn Afrikaans.
Sure.
But if you were to learn one language,
Me now.
before you answer, I want to play the video of this
Okay.
guy talking Mandarin, so you can just switch there to it. Let me just play it here.
我在骗你啊！我在开玩笑。
骗我们？你会说中文？
对，我会说中文。但是我想看你怎么。对啊。
我们的英文不能直接的这样。
你们来这里旅游还是？
对，旅游，我们旅游。
你们是哪里的？
我是河南人，他是福建人。
福建人，你们觉得河南怎么样？
河南怎么样？Very good.
河南是最有中国人气息的地方。
真的吗
Yes.
河南人怎么样，中国人就是怎么样。
So tell my followers welcome to 河南。你说告诉他们 welcome to 河南。
为什么去河南？
告诉他们 welcome to 河南，就是我的方式。
Welcome to 河
And there's
南。
actually now a lot of African guys specifically that are actually getting into the world of Asian culture, especially that other one who makes this very ridiculous videos on FB. Especially, I've never seen them on TikTok, but I've seen them on FB, where he basically, I remember those ones. One he made at a McDonald's where he stood up and basically asked, "Who made this food?" But in a Mandarin accent, and everybody just turned around and was like, "What? Like, who made this food?" And then the chef came out, was like, "No, the food is nice, man. Give me another one." Everybody became ecstatic. They all started laughing. They all started clapping their hands. They were pretty all excited. So for them, I think compared to having a white person speak Mandarin, for them it's much more of a shock when they actually see a black person speaking Mandarin, Japanese, Korean fluently, and I think that's beautiful, hey?
Including Nama intonations and the mannerisms. Konnichiwa. Kenkidesu, anatawa.
Arigato.
Right, so question earlier was, if you were to learn at least to get one language, what would it be? Let's start with you, Afroberry.
Okay, for me, I think I'd go back to French. If I'd have to substitute it, then I'd learn Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Yes.
Okay, let's say one language. Sorry, because
Okay,
I heard two languages.
Okay,
there.
I'll start with. I think I
No,
was,
one language.
French.
You'll start. You end
French.
Off. Okay, you would learn French.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't know French right now. Sorry, I'm just teasing. Mr. Yourself, which language would you learn, bro?
Hey, man, I'm caught between Mandarin and French as well.
Mandarin and
Yeah,
French.
I'm caught between Mandarin and French.
But what are your reasons, guys, for French? But give me one. Give me one.
I'd start with it's too difficult. It's too difficult.
No, I pass but you're going with Mandarin bus, or you are traveling with the French.
Mandarin or French.
I mean the Chinese, man.
Yeah, man, there's something about Asian countries, man. I'd go Mandarin.
Yeah, go noodles, right?
I'd go Mandarin. And the reason for me is back in 2021, I was this close to applying for those
Don't say it.
programs.
Those teacher.
Yeah, those teacher programs.
I think almost everyone, almost each and every single one of us was like almost close to actually applying to that one.
I was there, and I think I would have had to learn. I think Cantonese is what they speak in Korea, because they don't speak Mandarin. Yeah, so I would have learned Cantonese. And the reason is I was really bombarded by content.
Which Korea?
South.
Okay.
South Korea.
Because North is bad, eh?
Yeah, no. North.
It's like
dictatorship.
How are you guys Korea, north, south, but there's a difference even with the economy.
Yeah.
A big
huge.
difference.
Living styles, like it's an entire thing. I went into it. I didn't research that deep, but I really consumed quite a lot of content, documentaries
K-pop.
on the differences. Yeah, the K-pop side I ignored because I was not interested. But I did go into it. Like when Africa was talking about Blackpink the other day and stuff like that. That's why I was able to quickly recognize what she was talking about, because because there's also this documentary. This guy he's North Korean by origin, goes to South Korea. He does a social experiment, and he blindfolds himself, stands in public in a very populated area of town, of the city, and he has a thing standing around his neck, and it's written, "Hi, my name is Musimest. I'm from North Korea and I fled North Korea, blah 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 blah. All I'm looking for is a hug." And he wants to see the reaction of South Koreans, because it's a thing, man, with them. It's a serious thing, where if you're North Korean and you're South Korean and you travel from one part of the, it's like a big thing. Hey, phela wena o go dictatorship, o go ingqondo nya indoctrination. You guys are really controlled in your country. And it was interesting to see how people were reacting to him. But the other thing was, the people that I was consuming who traveled from South Africa or from other countries going to South Korea, going to teach English, is very interesting, because they take you from the application itself, when they sign the papers and they apply online and they get their response back, and now they have to pack and they get to that side. So I was really there. So part of me wanting to learn Mandarin and Cantonese maybe was because of that, because I was really looking for it. I probably would have gone for like 2 years or something to go teach English that side. So that's part of the reason for me. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
My cousin vanished all the way. Oh, Asia stole her because she's now even married in Asia. She lives in Thailand. I think the last time we saw her was literally 2 years back. That's how Asia has taken her, like literally apart. Like they even have their own South African society. I see her with the post of like black woman chilling there and everything. And apparently, as black woman. I'm like, okay, that's pretty interesting. But for me, yes, like Mandarin. Let's be frank. As much as a person can learn French, Mandarin is probably the best way to go. Looking at the huge opportunities, and for me, I do not want to lie, given the opportunity,
you've chosen French.
Okay, so for French, in terms of translators, for me that's where it would count in terms of a big opportunity. You'd become better as a translator when it comes to like meetings and all of that. Because I also recently just saw there's like a post that's literally opened up for looking for French translators as on a consulting firm. So that's like the benefits of it. Plus, I love me croissants, I love me macaroons, I love the way they speak. Parler français, and most importantly, I love me a beret, and I also love berets.
Nice. So we've got a video here.
Which you never told us what you would pick.
Guys, I would go Chinese, guys.
Why?
So last week when I went to Kempton Park, we were with this Chinese lady. So she came through with a translator. So now I'm a bit confused because when she's talking Mandarin, I'm looking at her. And I'm nodding, right? Because I know in a second or two, the translator
is going to come.
So now, I was caught between a hard place where do I look at the lady that's talking,
or do I look at the translator?
But it's something I quickly resolved in my head, that look at the lady that's speaking Mandarin, maintain eye contact, nod, and then when the translator is talking, speak with her. And then also when I'm relaying in English, I shouldn't talk to the translator. I should look at the lady that speaks Mandarin and speak with her directly. So it's something I just like figured out in my head, where I'm like, okay, what do I do? And then I decided on that approach, and it worked out.
Yeah, I think it also worked out perfectly because looking at especially the lady that's speaking at that moment was also a bit of a sign of respect in a way, because also big on respect that when I'm talk you focus on me and not the person sitting next to me. So the one like that culture is also a bit similar to like culture abantu abamnyama njengawo like umuntu bakhuluma nawo fanele ungibheke la ngeke ngikhulume nawo kodwa ubheke umusi I make sense. So for them it also kind of applies in both in that way, because I remember that back in high school I also had a Mandarin speaking friend. Her name was Peiki Chan, but then she grew up in South Africa, but she spoke Mandarin and English. So for me, that's how I learned. That's how she told me. When we talk, I can't remember this other school, man, because it was because I was the part of a program at Gibbs. So that's how we met. If I was not a part of the program at Gibbs, then I would have never met her. So I met her because I was a part of a program there at Gibbs. That's how we met, and that's how everything came to light. And me and Peiki got to know each other. So
Interesting.
She was my first Asian friend.
Nice. So yeah, the meeting went well, and yeah, man, Kiki, okay, that's her name. Kiki says, ne? Because I asked her, how difficult is it to learn Mandarin? She said there's 20 ways to say hello. 20 ways.
The most famous one being ni hao.
Ni hao. But 20 ways to say hello. So I'm going to play this video. Miss, you were talking about this guy that is able to order at a drive-thru, speak Mandarin, and then he would normally get these facial reactions.
Very weird reactions. And like he goes to a lot of places. He goes to markets. He goes to restaurants. He'll go to like a nail tech and pretend as if he doesn't know how to speak Mandarin, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Okay, let's just have a look here.
Over the years, I've surprised so many people by speaking Chinese that I thought it was finally time to show you guys in one video all the greatest hits where I speak Chinese in public. You may have seen some of these clips before, but I'm sure there will be some that are new to you. This is part 1, and stay tuned for part 2. Hi. Just me? Just one? One, yes. Okay. Here? This
Oh, I've seen this.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. What's good? What do you recommend? This one? Ooh, this one. Mushroom with duck flattened. Oh, fish dumpling. Oh. 呢個好食定係呢個好食？ This one? This one? Both? 兩個都好吃是嗎？對。那魚餃我好像沒吃過哎。好吃嗎？我也想吃啊。它跟魚丸差不多嗎？還是？好吃這個 OK。那好吃這個 OK。那
You guys are gonna get flagged for
但
this
是
one.
我能不能要一個小一點的？因為我現在不是很餓。
That's that.
It's crazy, man. It's funny, man. Like some of the reactions that he gets, man.
Especially that lady in the background.
Jama, and I see the one video he does, he actually has a Chinese friend, and they go to these restaurants and these places, and this Chinese guy pretends as if he doesn't understand Chinese, and that he's American. He was born in America, and he's never learned how to speak Chinese, and so. Obviously, the waiters and the waitresses will assume that the Chinese person will be the one to translate, you know.
It's like Ingamla coming here and translating for you.
Yes.
Right.
You know. So it's very, very, very interesting, man, to find some of those things. So Jama he's a very interesting guy, man. He's a very, very interesting guy.
Hey, guys, it's like... African technology. Now computer hleli phambi kwakho. You said you wanted opportunities. Now I see it. But that's very interesting, bro.
You know, when you say that, I remember this other video that I also saw. So this one is about a white guy who goes to African countries. So he studied different African languages, and then he went to like an Igbo speaking market. He went there to go buy, and then when he got there, they thought that he couldn't speak, he couldn't understand what they were saying. And were they not shocked when he started speaking proper Igbo or started speaking proper Yoruba? everybody was shocked. They're like, how do you know? How do you even know this language? Is like, I studied. Don't think just because I'm white, I don't know. I'm not just because I am an Oyobo boy. I don't know how to speak Igbo or Yoruba. I may be Oyobo, but I don't know how to speak. So they'll call white people Oyobo in Nigeria. So that's what they call them. So they were very shocked that man could actually speak Igbo, could actually fluently speak Yoruba and all these other different dialects or languages that they also have in Nigeria. So sometimes it also goes to show that never judge a book by its cover. And another one that I also saw is another Asian girl where she was going with a black friend and they went to an Asian store and then the Asian lady assumed that she could speak Chinese. And then she went there's like, I don't speak no Chinese. I don't speak no Chinese. I grew up in America. I speak English. What you talking about? Talking about that I speak Chinese. I speak English. And now anybody got something that's like, bro, tell them what I said. And then the guy spoke in Mandarin. And the lady was shocked. Was like, but she's a Chinese speaking person. How come she can't? And you, like.
Think Jin, man. Jin was like, y'all go learn Chinese. Remember that song? You're going to learn Chinese. You're going to speak Chinese. One of the best battle rappers was Chinese, Jin.
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
You've never heard of Jin?
No.
Okay, so Vooka Nation, let's not bloviate talking about languages here. So let's just move on to what we have in terms of our lessons in history. Because day to day, we come across these things that happened in the past, which somehow shaped our culture, the way we think, the way we perceive things, right? So we're gonna go through what happened in the past, and just to borrow a page from Moiketi's, how he normally says it, that Babusbi robbed you from your history lessons, right? So we're gonna give you something that happened today in history, and hopefully you find value with that. We're also going to give you celebrity birthdays. And so speaking of that, today in history, a lot has happened, right? And a lot is also happening at the same time because there's this guy, man, that Mike Tyson kakhulu. And apparently Mike bit his ear because he felt that Evander was also fighting dirty, right? So so today in history, guys, in 1993, Evander Holyfield beats Riddick Bowe in 12 for heavyweight boxing title. So today in history, Evander Holyfield reclaimed the heavyweight title by defeating Riddick Bowe in a 12-round majority decision at Caesar's Palace in Nevada. So this bout, dubbed Repeat or Revenge, was the second in their legendary trilogy. So Holyfield, weighing 217 pounds to Bowe's 246 pounds, used superior conditioning and tactical discipline to avenge his 1992 loss. So despite Bowe's size and power advantage, Holyfield's relentless power and inside fighting earned him scores of 115 to 113 and 115 to 114, with one judge calling it a draw. The fight was also famously interrupted by the fan man incident when a man crash landed into the ring as and when they were fighting. So that's very interesting. I love boxing. I follow boxing because there's a whole lot of discipline one can take away from boxing. So I've seen Mayweather and these other affluent boxers, and guys, I'll tell you this, I'm not really interested in the way that they live their lives, because it takes a lot for you to earn that kind of money. So being able to take punches is also important, because some would say, hey, give punches, but are you able to take those punches in the same light
and still come back again and stand up for more punches again?
Yeah, so it's only a select few individuals that are able to do that. And as mentioned, Mina, I really do not envy boxers. I don't see myself being beaten for a living or beating other people for a living. So to them, props, but I enjoy the sports because I understand that it does take a lot for one to be in that position, right? In fact, just being an athlete, because you're putting your body on the line, right? And then the other one that we have here is that with the whole James Bond franchise, I remember I kept saying I want to build a collection of James Bond, but haven't really gotten around to do that. But it's something I will definitely do when it comes to the whole James Bond franchise, right? James Bond.
Yes, man. So going on into the whole James Bond franchise. Now, this is something very amazing. There have been so many more James Bond movies. So right now in 1973, James Bond film Man with the Golden Gun, starring Roger Moore, begins filming. Now, filming for Man with the Golden Gun began on November 6th in 1973, marking Roger Moore's second outing as James Bond in the iconic spy franchise. Directed by Guy Hamilton and produced by Albert R. Broccoli and Harry Saltzman. The movie was shot across exotic locations, including Thailand's Phang Naga Bay, now famously dubbed James Bond Island, Hong Kong and Bangkok. Moore's portrayal leaned into more severe suave and humorous Bond, contrasting with his predecessor's gritty style. The film featured Christopher Lee as the villain, and Brett as Bond girl Mary Goodnight, with production wrapping in August 1974 before its release later that year. So today we are celebrating all the lovely ladies of the Bond franchise and the amazing James Bond franchise. Now, also when it comes to your world of history, in 2006 marks the 40th Country Music Association Awards, with people like Kenny Chainsley, Carrie Underwood, and Keith Urban winning some amazing awards. Now, the ceremony was hosted at the Gaylord Entertainment Center in Nashville and broadcasted live on ABC for the first time. So Kenny Chainsley won Entertainer of the Year for the second time. Carrie Underwood earned Female Vocalist of the Year, and the Horizon Award for Best Newcomer, and Keith Urban claimed Male Vocalist of the Year. Brooks and Dunn led the night with 3 wins, while the event itself marked a shift to a larger venue and broadcaster television reach. Now, this is something amazing, especially in the world of sports, entertainment, and movies. Man, that is also amazing. And we're also not going to be forgetting something that people love doing, especially my friend. My friend, cashback lapo, my friend. I need a cashback lapo. So today we are celebrating National Cashback Day. Now, National Cashback Day is celebrated annually on the 6th of November. On the first Thursday of November, and was launched in 2019 by Retail Me Not to kick off the holiday shopping season with extra savings. So this probably aligns much more better with Black Friday. It's a day when retailers both in line and in store offer enhanced cashback deals to reward early shoppers and encourage smart spending. Failing back on November the 6th in 2025, the event helps consumers earn back a portion of their purchase, making it a popular moment for budget-conscious gift buying. The day also benefits businesses by driving traffic and sales ahead of Black Friday, creating a win-win for shoppers and retailers alike. So one thing that's also amazing is that I also saw that Woolies also recently launched their new app, which basically combines the My School Woolies card and the Woolies cashback, the Woolies reward card. So it has now merged to become one card. So that's also something that I also saw.
So there are 2 cards before.
Yeah, they had 2 cards. It was basically the My School for the school donations and all of that jazz, and then they had the normal Woolies reward cards. I actually have both of them, so now I know that I literally need to turn them back in so I can get the fresh new one. That's
Guys,
a combination of both of those.
I don't buy a Woolies, man.
The only thing I'll buy at Woolies is their waffles and brownies. Oh, not forgetting the red velvet cake.
Do you buy uniform at Woolies?
No. I don't. I think the only thing that
throw away the My School what?
No, what I'm saying is that now they've merged the 2 into 1.
I agree. I'm saying that just throw it away. You don't need it.
Yeah, I can. But what I was saying before you interrupted me is that now they have an app. So with the app, when it comes to the cash, basically coming back to the National Day that we're celebrating, they have a built-in play and win system where you actually play to win some cash back on your purchases. So that's actually one of the nice things about it. You can actually play and win to get rewards and cash back on each and every single purchase that you make at your Woolies store. So if you're a Woolies fan, part of the Woolies family, that's something that you definitely love. Also going hand in hand with the National Cashback Day.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Lintema Cashbacks is a scam.
Yeah, I never got the whole thing around it.
Now, imagine if I were to... I've got a product that I'm selling, and with this product, I charge 10 Rand. That's the normal price. But for some reason, I charge 12 Rand, and I said, look, when you buy this, you will get 2 Rand cashback. It's a scam, guys. Just charge me the amount that I need to pay for. So rather than saying, let me pay 12 Rand and then you give me 2 Rand in cashback value, just charge me 10 Rand. It doesn't make any sense. I haven't seen any benefit from my cashbacks, honestly, in my opinion.
That's true.
What do you say?
Benefits are like I literally don't get the whole point of cashback, but I think the only 2 Rand, okay, maybe it makes a difference here and there, but it doesn't really save that much.
They could have charged you
instead
10 Rands. Maybe the only time it kind of makes sense is that, in the history of insurance, you have these policies where you pay, and your money is gone, right, without claiming. Or if you do claim, it's fine. That's like, you getting your money back. But if you pay a certain amount of premiums and you do not claim, then you get a portion of those premiums back. It kind of makes sense because if we're talking traditional insurance, conventional, you pay, you don't get anything back, right? So if you become consistent in your paying, then you'll get your cash back. But Nalapo, I feel like that's also a strategy to ensure that if you are thinking of defaulting, think twice, because you are 6 months away from getting a cash back. So typically where insurance companies would see a dip of people not paying, usually around Jan, Feb, or December, Jan, Feb, those 3 months, right? You're thinking of, but I need to get my cash back, so let me pay my premiums. That's when it kind of makes sense. But I don't think it was also introduced as a means of saying, hey, we care about you and we will give you a portion of your premiums back.
It's basically just
it was a way for them to say, look, be consistent and then we'll reward you a portion, because we do see that it does dip eventually over time. But I still say it in terms of cashback, guys, it's a scam. The only one that sort of kind of makes sense is that, let me rather benefit, because if I don't produce my Smart Shopper card, then I won't get these points, of which later on I can buy something. And yeah, so that one kind of makes sense to me. And I remember thinking, hey, how about my family, we sort of use the one Smart Shopper card, so everyone else can put the same card even on their phones, and then you'll find by the end of the year we could get more like $1,000 or so, right? Because we're using one Smart Shopper as opposed to one, people using various ones. But the other scam that I don't like, most of you guys have seen this, is that when you go to the local spaza shops here and you try and withdraw money, it's charged at 10%. So remember, your bank will charge you for the transaction, but you're also paying 10%. So if you're withdrawing 100 Rand, it's 110 Rands. You might feel like, yeah, it's not much, but trust me, when you start drawing from 200 going up, and they take the 20 rand. That's where you start feeling it good time. And this is, it's a scam. We say cash back because, fair, it is a withdrawal, but yo, guys, it's a scam. Like, I don't like keeping cash, but I do feel like once a month, if I can just withdraw 1,000 rand ihlale, so that I don't have to go to my ATMs of like Amaspaza shops and end up getting charged. Also, when you do transact using your card, they slap you with a 5 rand fine over and above the amount that you're paying for. So I think it's a scam. I think it's a scam. I think it's just a play, because if you understood the economics behind it, or how they, shuffle the numbers behind, you would see that cashback. There's no such thing. Just charge me the 10 rand rather than saying, hey, pay 12 rands and get 2 rand cash back. But it works with societies. I've seen it. It works, right? It works. So yeah, that's that on the cashback. Do you often withdraw money from our local sponsor shops? And what's your experience like? You don't do that?
I don't.
Why?
I don't.
So when you're in a pinch and you need money, what do you do?
I literally just withdraw my money at the ATM or can go like you.
In a pinch, like you in a pinch.
I've never.
So you plan ahead.
Yeah,
that's good.
And besides that, I don't like using my card a lot, because for me, funny enough, I lose my card. I have like 70% of the time compared to me losing cash. So that's my problem. If I have money coming in today, I need to literally go with I withdraw everything, and then after that I get it home, stash. Then I know, see, that money is for that one, that money is for that one, that money is for that one. Reason being is because I have a tendency of forgetting where I put my card. Like literally, this is a thing that I've had for the longest time, and sometimes to a point there. I lose purses, so I put my card inside. If you see, I have a makeshift purse which I haven't lost. Funny enough, since I actually switched to it compared to an actual purse, because I lost purses like a lot.
No, I mean, if it's a place where you store money, it qualifies as a purse.
Yeah, okay, I do have a makeshift purse, but the other reason why I also withdraw it once is because I sometimes even forget my PIN. That's how forgetful I am. Like, I can literally, and I think I already told you this year when we were creating my Teams Microsoft, that I told you straight up that I'm gonna forget the password that we have right now. Because even at the ATM, when I need to go use my own card, I literally freeze us. You'll find me standing like this. Konje. Like literally, I zone out. My grandmother doesn't even send me to go withdraw Sasa money anymore, because she knows I'm gonna call her. Ma, that's how forgetful I am. I forget my own PIN. I mean, it's so hard. Like, my family doesn't understand. I also don't understand. But I literally get to the ATM and I zone out, and I'm like, I can't remember my PIN. I can't.
Kuningi, bro.
Like kuningi, bro. That's how forgetful I am. Like, I even sometimes I even forget like, you can't. I forget my PIN. I even forget my email's PIN. Right now, I can't even tell you the password to my Facebook account because I forgot.
Kuningi.
I forgot. Like, I literally in and out. But you know what? Moving on that one. You know what? Let's come back to the world of LeBrons, the world of your Kobe's, the world of your Shaq, the world of your Shaquille's, and not forgetting your Steph Curry. And yesterday we had an amazing partnership, or we had an amazing interview with SBA, Soweto Basketball Academy. And guess what? Today we are celebrating National Basketball Day. I hope the guys are watching.
American.
That's American. It's not ours, but I'm also thinking in the fact that
American National Basketball Day.
Okay, we were celebrating South Africa Basketball Day.
Okay.
Yeah. Yesterday we were celebrating.
I'm saying this one today.
Yeah, this one is National Basketball Day in America.
Yeah.
In America. Yeah. And speaking of which, yesterday the SBA guys actually invited us to an event that we're having on the 29th of November. So it's basically almost like their farewell type of thing. So they invited the VBS to come through and become a part of it. And they also invited the Vooka Nation, also letting them know that entry is free. And my favorite part of it is that food will definitely be provided. So,
guys, yesterday we had donuts.
we had donuts.
The whole day.
Donuts the whole day. Like, y'all didn't even get like sandwichinyana.
I'm just saying, Jay, we had donuts. Like, I enjoyed them.
So you like on your sweet tooth day yesterday.
Yeah. A bagel as well. So it was quite nice.
Well, lucky you. As we're saying, so we're celebrating National Basketball Day, which is celebrated in the United States of America. And it's celebrated every year on November the 6th to honor the birthday of James Naismith, the Canadian physical education instructor who invented basketball in 1891. Observed across the United States and by basketball fans globally, the day commemorates the sport's humble beginnings with Naismith, when Naismith used a soccer ball and peach baskets in Springfield in Massachusetts gym, and its evolution into a worldwide phenomenon. It's a time to recognize the impact of basketball on culture, fitness, and community, with local games, fan gatherings, and tributes to legendary players and coaches. So it's also celebrated globally, besides the fact that it only started in the United States.
Yeah, no, it's a very good sport. I played it, very intense. Yeah, I would argue that basketball is more taxing on the body compared to football, but that's just me. Speaking of inventions, people still invent sports nowadays.
Yeah, I've been seeing some weird inventions, especially when that show up in my Facebook reels. There's an invention of apparently there's a new invention of a sport that they're trying to get into the Olympics, of like who can literally run up the hill without actually falling down. Which is, I don't understand. Why would that even be a sport?
No, I mean, it requires some physical activity, so I suppose it is a sport. But then, if you were to invent a sport right now, what would it be?
I have no idea.
Okay.
For me, I feel like they need to bring these indigenous games that we'll play, Bokadi, Diketo, maybe as part of basically like a global sport. Because let's be honest, who hasn't played Diketo?
I haven't.
No.
Remember with the ghetto, it was
okay.
Yeah, sure. But there are some people that have never played these. I think if we make noise about them in country where we've got like official tournaments and all of that, then maybe it might become an international thing. But you know what other sports are there that people wouldn't necessarily think of? There's this one where ladies glide down like an ice slope. And I'll show you, man, because the ladies like papagile, man.
I saw that.
You saw it? Yeah, and when they slide, you can see, hey guys, let me show you this video, because you can see that the ladies there, like bamegahle, and it's like that's like a criteria, because only Vasplanka, you can't do that.
Manje Vasplanka yena kuphila ngokuchichirisa. Abaslide bayachichirisa labantu laba. Come to South
Guys,
Africa,
it's crazy,
bayachichirisa.
It's absolutely
Ever
crazy.
seen someone?
Because like you have to be.
So you want to tell me that the gluteus maximus basically helps with you when you slide?
Guys, let me show you this, right? Let me show you this here. Look at that.
Yeah, man, this thing is called
Look at that. Yo.
something sliding.
Oh yeah, this is an actual sport actually.
But you need to be blessed somehow for you to be able to,
Fanusha ne yoga nyabona bebashaya split lapha.
Yeah, because like one day Vasplanka, man, you can't do the sport. You see? Because the hips are there to cushion you when you hit the side walls. No, but look at it, guys. Look at it.
You're the only one seeing the sport in that light.
Miss, look at this one. We're on the side.
It's called skeleton racing.
Yeah, look at it. But I want to show you this one here, where she hits the side
Skeleton
wall,
racing.
and you can see that she's well cushioned. There we go. Have a look. Boom. There. Right?
You are literally the only person seeing how well cushioned people are for this sport, because you're like, and I like the fact that you emphasize, no, but look at it. Look at it.
No, because
No, look at it. Look at it.
because not deny, guys, and why deny? Because it looks like there is a criteria, though. Honestly, Afri.
But would I enter? What are you asking me?
No, guys, let's move on.
What are you asking me, Multi Afris? Like, is it a sport that you try?
No,
but
I'm saying, do you notice which there's a criteria?
Yeah, I do notice, because you need to have a very well.
So, question is, can you enter?
Yeah.
Do you want to enter?
Yeah, I think I'll try it, because in a way it also seems nice, man. You can't do it, but it's also by learning basically the technique of how you balance your body, if you sway out of control. So you as much as I think almost anybody can do it, but you need to learn the different amount of techniques that people actually do have. They slide when they move side to side and all of that. And then I want to Afro waves like cool. So we have Afro wave sounds coming in, and Afro wave sounds is saying you can hear Afri dying trying to understand you, Mr. B. But I don't know. I think maybe we're talking about the whole Afrikaans problem, or when you were speaking to me with in Afrikaans. And then we also have Spin City coming in saying, I speak Afrikaans the same way I speak Chivenda and Tsonga. Yes, okay, well, I can agree with this one. Have you ever heard of Spin City Magakulmi's Venda or a song?
Yeah, he speaks it the same way as he does with Afrikaans.
Achane chakalaka. That one I can believe him when he says that. And then he comes back again saying, Afri is taking us for a ride. How do you forget a whole language and remember only how to greet?
Hi guys.
It's because you do not have people to converse with. Even right now with Tsonga, like you can even hear, for example, Pearl is back. Pearl already knows. She knows that I can speak a couple of things, but when it comes to having a conversation with her, because I didn't have anybody to converse with after my friend stopped visiting his dad over in my street, I lost that. And I try here and there, but you can hear what it's basically a person starting back from basically sub A.
But how do you forget though? It's like someone says, hey, I've learned how to ride a bike.
It's not literally about forgetting. You know the basics, but having them come out is a problem because you no longer know how to form the proper words. For me, that's how it is. It's not like if I forgot, then I wouldn't know how to say basically or one of the kind of thing. That's basically literally forgetting because you wouldn't know how to speak even a single thing. So it's the conversational part of it.
You forgot.
I can't hold.
You lost it.
Yeah, I can understand, but when it comes to answering in song, like, well, doesn't say because song, like even I want to the other people that
wait, so if you don't speak Tonga for the next 5 years,
I'll still remember the greetings because it's part of like basically my tagline. Okay, when I banana pumegim, so we also have me one take me. And then we also have Afro Rave sounds coming back again. Arasulubedu, it's Deep Bedi that has Tonga, Venda, and Sutu, and a bit of Shona. When you're talking about that, you're talking about me. Afrowave I go romelle VN on our WhatsApp channel so khone utlwa gore wena o bolela Selobedu yang ka rena ba banga re tse bua Selobedi gantle ba thoma modimo. Like for example Mr. B, I don't think you've ever heard anybody speak Selobedu, or have you?
No.
So you've never watched like even a single or a snippet of Queen Mojaji?
No.
Okay, you need to watch it in order for you to at least know what Selobedu sounds like, because now they're branching out and coming into different parts. Because for us, if I'm correct, I think for me, I got introduced to Selobedu with this other lady who did a song with an old song, man. I don't know if you remember it. Basimana bara mudumela kia bari wampona. The lady who sings it, she actually speaks Selobedu, so that's how I got introduced to Selobedu, because of her and that song. It's not actually Spady straight, it's Selobedu. And then we also have Spencer T coming in saying I would learn Swahili. It's one of the first languages in Africa, and that's actually very true. Most African countries actually do speak Swahili, so it'll also be beneficial in terms of if you want to go to other countries within Africa itself, to go and tour, like your Tanzania, your Kenya, your Malawi. So that would actually be quite beneficial for a person to actually go and learn, man. So those are some interesting languages that people actually go and learn.
What's your love language?
My love language, I don't know if I have one.
Mine is Zulu, guys.
Is Zulu. What's your love language, Missy?
It's Soweto.
It's Afrikaans. I love language is Afrikaans.
Oh, so when I want to say Nia Musi va.
But you know, some languages sound more romantic than others. Right,
Trevor Noah has mentioned this.
Yeah.
French songs.
Which one do you think is more romantic?
French. Throughout the entire world. Come on, guys. We know that when you...
French is basically the language of love, and in Paris is the city of romance.
When you think
man, guys, Xhosa is very sexy.
Yeah.
When you think
Can't pull away.
No, but when we talk, we're talking worldwide. We're not talking regional.
Sure. Remember the French, they colonized a lot of these places. So imagine if Xhosa colonized.
No, I don't think it's even tied to colonialism.
It is.
No, Banele. You're taking it slightly a bit further than it needs to go.
Because imagine if French, just like Xhosa, remained in France, ne? And didn't have that world thing. So it would be sitting somewhere in the dust and no one would know about it.
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm saying can't pull away in fit.
Hey, you're standing up for your language I represent, ne?
Can't pull away.
Waking, you know.
So I mean, as a girl, if a guy comes to your team and has kawenza mfethu, ne? Versus ngesitswana or ngeSotho, how would you say it?
What?
I'm pediding.
I never. I'm pediding.
It's not even Setswana or Sesotho.
Hey, Tantwana. Why you gonna go on it?
Nice one.
Hey man, abuti kopa ntobetsenyana bathong. Abuti tobetsa.
Nice one. Okay, wait. So it's how you say it. I was about to say,
it's not about what you say. In more than most cases with these things, it's not about what you say. It's how you say it, my brother.
Yeah, no, guys, I agree.
No,
guys, I agree. So it's about how you say it. So, but I mean, think about your Russian, because how we have come to perceive Russian is that, hey, it's a very intimidating language. So imagine trying to tell someone Gutsi guy. It
works, man. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it. Riz is risen in any language. Riz is risen in any language, right?
Sure.
I mean, Zulu Riz is on the high now because these Zulu guys are doing the most on social media, right? But you find
and You have to lower your voice.
Yeah, for some reason, I came across this broadcaster in the US. He's on radio. This guy, he just posted a video on social media, I think on Instagram or something. And he was like, hey guys, a lot of us in society, or just in life in general, were taught to like speak at a slightly higher pitched voice. This is how he's been speaking from like 12, 13, 14, right? But his actual voice is like, and this is my actual voice. And he says that, I know it sounds like I'm faking it, but this is my actual voice.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, I don't know. There's just something about lower pitched tones that resonates with the female species. I don't know why.
Yeah, because girls fall in love with radio hosts, kakulu. Because you just listen to the voice.
This is Wilson being gossy.
Yeah, futhi Wilson B and maqala ukukhuluma shem, a lot of ladies.
I think Mo was laughing on Tuesday. I'm gonna do it when we do the thing with Underground. Yeah, I'm gonna try to switch the voice a bit, man. Yeah.
So there's this video of this guy. He's a presenter and he was laughing at one of the guests. So I'm going to play this video. The goal here is for you guys not to laugh, right? But let's have a listen here quickly. Let me lower the music.
Are you watching?
Yes, sir. You ready?
Yep.
Excuseer, dames en heren. Dus, je probeert dan terug je toekomst.
Look at the audience in the background.
Is het niet alleen het fysieke dat telt, maar ook soms de lieve woordjes. Ja, ik vind dus dat dit echt niet kan, hoor. Ik bedoel, maar moeten we nu nog antwoorden of niet?
Ja, meneer, jij had een opmerking,
Ik heb het zelfs. Ik ben eigenlijk vrij eenvoudig en jullie hebben ook gekwetst geraakt met de stem.
Afri, what do you think if you got a guy that has such a voice?
Ngimthola kuphi? First of all, bengibheke kuphi mangimcoma. Bengibheke kuphi mangimcoma umuntu oshaya ngevoice engaka.
Remember, I need you guys fall in love through texting and all of that, ne? And then
me, I want a call, bro. Mina ngifuna ukukhuluma nawe ngefoni.
Okay, so what you're saying is you would deny a shot at love based on the way someone sounds.
You see the way that guy is laughing at him.
No, answer the question.
Let me finish.
No, answer the question.
Let me finish.
No. Would you deny your...
Let me finish. The answer, what I'm about to say will be the answer.
No, okay, answer me straight and then explain.
Yes.
You would deny.
Because I'd laugh at him the way that guy is literally laughing at him. Me, I don't want to laugh. I literally laugh at almost the most weirdest thing ever. Like even my grandmother knows. Sorry to say this. But she knows that she can't fall in front of me. No, listen.
Sorry,
it's not a matter of basic. Listen, let me finish.
Justice for Umako.
It's a family thing. Like literally before like it's a way of basically just numbing out the pain, and we've gotten so used to it that we do it almost every time, except magnaba vagash asifuna ukubonisa abantu ukuthi sibehave kanjani makungenaba vagash. So makunaba vagash like nyamsiza yamnceda asuku kodwa mabakhona ayisiyafa sonke nawe uyahleka like bro uwiswe yini akunalutho. It depends on basically how the fall was, because I remember once fall flat on my ass at home. Ngifeka amaphaca ngithi ngiphuma ngomnyango ngawa. Did they not laugh? I had a bump on my bosom after that fall.
That's not nice, though.
It was not nice, but I had a bump on my bosom after that fall. I also ended up laughing at how dumb I felt, because I don't know what even tripped me. I was just walking out and boom, ngawa.
I'm sorry. that you fell?
Yeah, I literally landed on it.
I'm sorry that you fell, though. No, honestly, I mean, it's not a laughing matter.
It's fine, but I think the most painful fall that I had was back in 2023 when I fell and hit my knee.
So you wouldn't go for such guys?
No, man.
Rich, comfortable, can give you the life that you're looking for. I mean, I'd go for a girl with pace. Yo, guys, ladies with bass, ne? Yo, Tina, we find them very attractive.
Oh yes, it's the same as Utsepilo Sebenzelo Pradati, the one that came here the other time, and then the girls were not working here. Do you hear her voice? Like, she has a very deep voice. She has a deep voice, so I like talking to her because of that deep voice.
Yeah,
so it's also kind of nice.
She can cook, she can clean, she can bear you kids. She's smart with money, grand. She just has a nice. She just has a deep voice, right?
It's not gonna have a bearing in my life
for sure.
Like that.
So, but what I'm asking Afri is that would you miss your shot at love just because of the guy's high squeaky voice? Come on, man, let's not do that. But because you've guys, let me not say this, but yeah, we've seen nice, beautiful women, right? So it depends. We would say a guy like Umeganjani. So speaking of that, there's that subtle huskiness and like your voice, man, where it really hypnotizes you. I know Trevor was playing a voice Kamandelo, which kind of like hypnotizes you, but there's voices out there that really hypnotize you. And then you discover later on that the person is a bad person, but the voice is nice. And this is how most of us, fell in love back in the days where you would talk for hours and hours on end. And remember, Nakor, it also matters where if you're on the phone and you're lying down, definitely your voice will become slightly deeper. And if you're not projecting, because right now in studio we are projecting, so it's basically a poem. But if we sort of like lower our voices, and usually on the phone, this is how we talk. And when you think, you just met a guy, who's
yes,
I've proper, he's all of that.
One thing I've actually noticed that if you call me in the vroeg, like in the morning, literally after waking up, my voice sounds totally different than the voice that you're hearing right now. Like voice. I'm like, your voice shang. In the morning I have a very deep voice. I sound like a man. I let's tell people, don't call me in the morning. You'll think a nigga answered my phone, and it's not even that. I'm the one. You'll think a guy answered my phone, and it's not even that. It's literally me, because like maybe in 2 minutes I sound totally different. Like even my mom knows that when she knows when she needs to greet me, she needs to wait for like at least 10 to 5 minutes, and then she get the regular voice that she's used to. Otherwise, she's gonna get that very deep voice, like Bonai. So I know how that feels. I understand that one. Would say sometimes you just have a deep voice out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I have this video, like as you're mentioning deep voice ladies, right? If whether or not you would go for that lady as. So let's play the video. listen to this lady, bro.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Uche.
Uche, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. And Uche, what do you do?
I'm doing my master's in health information technology. I'm also a program coordinator for a health IT company.
Okay, and Uche, what do you like to do for fun?
Kind of like a little bit of everything. Honestly, I feel like with
That's interesting for me to find.
Anyway, I kind of understand the shock because remember that right now we live in a world where we have transgenders, and some of them because they get late treatment for like their voices. So for guys, for some people who know that maybe you've probably seen a transgender or you've probably seen shows about them. That's like the first thing that comes to mind is like, my name is Uche. Okay, what if this person just came out of a transition? And remember that it's also a bit rare to have naturally girls who have those natural deep voices. They are there, but then like that.
You see how quickly they pop their balloons, bruh. And my name is Uche. Pa, 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 pa.
Yeah, but also Afri is right. Uche sounds like a guy's name, right? Oh, that was funny, guys.
Okay, for me, because I've heard the name Uche on Are You the One before. She was a nice girl, Uche.
Nah, but on the base,
nah, she was just a cool girl, Uche.
Yeah.
On Are You the One? But yeah, imagine ukhuluma naye efonini athi yeah, my name is Uche. And how he was out. But yeah, no, for me that,
because even if you do a video call nowadays, we're not trusting. Men can really beautify themselves to look even better than.
Oh yes, there's this other one that I also saw on Facebook, Reels trending. This guy dresses up like a girl, like full blown makeup, ponytails on the side, and they have those plastic boobs that look like actual boobs, those synthetic ones, the one that they use on drag shows, for example RuPaul's drag show. So a person has the ability of literally switching his voice to sound like a girl. And then until one of the guys said something very also offensive, the guy's like, hi. He dropped the calls like, I'm not doing this. There are some guys that literally can switch up the voices to sound like girls, and then at the flick of an instant they sound all male again. So I think that's
sorry to cut you, continue.
I think that's like one of the greatest advantage of like probably also going for a female that has a deep voice. So sometimes you never know if you're dating a guy pretending to be a female, or whether this person literally is all female. It becomes a bit hard there. So I think that's why most guys would never date a female person who has a deep voice. But it's not like there are not any males that would date females like that. There are there, but they're just not that many.
Yeah, I mean, if I gave Uche a chance, then yeah, sure, just trying to add some reverb to my voice here. Okay. But yeah, so there we go. But it sounds like an echo. But yeah, man, I would give her a chance.
I was about to say.
But first I would ask Uguti, please, like, tell me the truth. Are you 100% female?
No, Uche is girl through and through. She's woman, she's female through and through.
But now it makes me wonder though. Like,
you find that she's such a nice girl, bro. Like when she they go down the line and they try to figure out to team like, why did you guys pop? Most, if not all of them, said the voice. But that when she because the presenter asks her, what do you do for a living? I did that. I'm studying for my master's or whatever. Okay, so what do you like doing? And she says her hobbies and her interests and her likes. And you find that she's actually a very nice girl. She's such a nice girl. And one, if not two guys on the lineup, they were like, man, I'm sorry. It's just that it was the voice. But now that I've heard you speak, you actually tick quite a few of my boxes. And it goes back to the question you were asking, whether or not you would, deny yourself the opportunity and the chance to find someone and end up with someone just because of it's a very superficial thing for me.
Of height. Voice, height.
Someone wears glasses. Okay, looks is I think is very individualistic. There are people who are very superficial who are looking for a beautiful
Barbie and Ken.
And ladies who are looking for like a hot guy, like a good-looking guy. Looks is slightly stretching it. It's a different conversation, but very superficial things. Like you have big ears, you wear glasses, you have a weirdly shaped nose, whatever. Like things that you can't change about yourself. Like Kiso, but I'm a great guy. I'm a great catch. You know.
No, not for me. No.
You know, there's this movie, I forget the lady's name, and she has this checklist, and she wants her guy to check this, that, and the other. So what if I don't love dogs? Can you not compromise the fact that I don't like dogs, but I tick every other box that you're looking for?
Yeah.
No, it's the same thing, Afriperi. You can't agree because you said you would look over that opportunity of being with that person.
No, I'm agreeing because what you're saying is basically taking me back to the fact that I turned the person down because of a squeaky voice. What if he's also generally a good person and the only thing about him is that he sounds like a girl?
Like I'll tell you, for a lot, I know, like, especially with the voice thing, I for a long time I know, bro, especially when I sing, if you were to look away and listen to some of my voice notes and how I sing, you would swear that I hope there's a guy I used to live in the back room at my grandmother's house, and he was selling brooms and stuff, and I was taking a bath, so I'm singing, and I remember it was Erykah Badu songs, Erykah Badu song, not songs. I was singing peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. If your knowledge right, I was singing that song on and on. And so he speaks to my grandmother. My grandmother's like, no, thank you. Yes, and stuff. Then he's like, hey, so I stopped singing and I opened the door. Chief, what? He's like, I'm fit. You're shy. I'm fit. Funny story again. Angie's sister was walking past my house and I was in the yard singing, but because we have quite high halls in Lili, she's like, hello, Kimango Obinang. And I open, passing by.
Yeah.
I'm in the yard, she's outside, right? And I open the gate and she's like, hey, Chief, wait, was that you singing? I'm like, yeah, it was. It's like, no, there's someone else in this yard. I'm like, okay, let me close the gate again. I'll do it, and then I'll open the gate. And I did it, and she just lost it. So I know, like, there's a lot of girls who are like, "Ay, musi voice even guys, people in general. It doesn't affect me. It's mine. It's like that. So for me, things of that nature are very superficial. Yeah, they have no bearing whatsoever, unless it's a really
to you, but to Afri it matters.
That the guy doesn't have a squeaky voice.
Yeah, to you it matters, right?
And it depends on how squeaky it is, man.
No, like that in the video.
Yeah.
Jajabat.
Yeah, man, because like I think for me the reason why I wouldn't also choose a person with a squeaky voice is because I live with kids at home, so obviously but like, you know, when you live with people who naturally have squeaky voices and then already already stressang ke fitlang hae ko ntlong ba tla ban rasetsa mo ba tla ban kalama ba bangata ba batla di hug le di kiss nkgopotsa bone. So for me it's like, no, man.
So let's move on, because the last 10 minutes, Mister, I want us to talk about some movie headlines that are coming up for 2026, which is an absolute must, right? But before we get there, so because give me, if I'm able to reject someone and someone rejects me based on a physical appearance or something that has to do with me, yabo, I'll take it in a very bad way. That's me. If someone rejects you with a menai, you know, dark-skinned girls menai, or something about you that is you that you can't change, would you take offense?
Nah, different strokes for different folks. I learned that a long time ago. I'm not gonna be.
So you like this guy, like you absolutely like him, but then and then it comes to light to go to know mena. Grand, like everything about you is cool. Ne? It's just this one thing.
I won't change it. I won't force it. I am not going to change myself to please your eyes. At the end of the day, what if we break up and I need to be stuck with a certain change I made for one person?
No. I'm not saying change. I'm saying, would you take offense if someone says something about you that that you can't change? But My ears are my ears. My nose is my nose. So
I don't think I would. Like, for example, even right now, people are still saying, I'm like, that's who I am. If you've known me from primary, then you know
no, man,
I'm
is one of those
making an
things,
example.
Man.
Listen, I'm making an example.
But I'm asking, give me an example where you know you can't change.
I can't change the fact that I have some big ears. My ears are not.
Your ears are big, bro.
Compared to the people I live with, yeah, I got big ears. Compared to the people I live with, yes, I do have big ears.
And compared to the world?
Compared to the world, no. But
Yeah,
compared
so-
to okay, Banel, I don't know what example you want me to make, but yes, I'm not gonna basically compromise myself to please somebody who can literally disappear within thin air within a minute. So
I'm
no,
not saying compromise. I'm saying, would you take offense?
I would not.
You would
That's
not.
what I'm saying. I've been saying that I would not, because it's different folks for different folks. If all of me is not good enough for you and you find flaw in that and whatever that you find flaw in, then it's fine. Go do you and I'll carry on doing me. That's it.
Okay. Well, perfect. When you love yourself,
I
other
love
person
myself the
must.
way I am.
That's very good. That's very good. So, in terms of movies, there's movies that are coming for next year, right? And hey, guys, Lie Westgate, the movie is a movie is still $50 for the longest time, because I know it was
Westgate.
39 rand. Yeah, it was 39 rand because there was a price freeze, and it's still $50 even till today. Right, so something that I don't do often, and I remember growing up, I used to want to go to the movies. Now that one has the ability to go to the movies, I'm like, I sugar. But I know there are movies that are coming up for 2026. I remember seeing it, and some of them I would like to watch. Some are like, unless I get dragged into it. But I remember I took my daughter out to the movies, and she just watched. I thought uzobheka because it's something that she's would probably be interested in, but she just slipped through the movie, and I'm like, okay, cool. But anyway, we do have the father and daughter movie night experience. So it's something I would do again, because Manja, she's a bit older. But with the 2026 movies that are coming out, Marvel will continue to marvel us, right? It will continue to be marvelous, and it will continue to marvel us. I'm looking forward to that, and I know with Musi we talk quite a lot with regards to DC as well as other action heroes from Marvel. Gim Gafana, man, it's the same thing. I don't choose sides. All I want to know is the movie any good? That's what I want to know, right? So 2026, there's movies that are coming up. There's movies that are coming up, and yeah, man, the one that I'm looking forward to, and I don't think this is Marvel or anything, but there's a trailer, because I love playing games. There's a trailer for Mortal Kombat, and Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out in May, right? In May, yeah, like months away. But it's something I'm definitely looking forward to, because I enjoy the game and I also enjoy the movies. But also, the other issue with these kinds of movies is that if you read a book and then watch a movie, someone is bound to have a problem between the two to say, look, the movie was not well depicted compared to the movie. And I understand, guys. I understand when you are reading a book, you are using your imagination. And I've heard with ladies, when reading 50 Shades of Grey, each woman reading that book has a certain picture of how Christian Grey looks like. So now, when taking that book and then creating a movie, it's just one Christian Grey, which doesn't fit the narrative of a lot of women. Okay? So I get it. Also in the gaming space, because there are games that have been developed as movies or series. One of them is Halo. I enjoyed Halo, Master Chief and all of that, and I also enjoyed the game. But with the latest Mortal Kombat, the one that's coming in May next year, Johnny Cage looks a bit old, man. Like, that's just me, right? That's just me. But I also understand what I'm coming in with that mindset of saying, oh, I had an idea of how Johnny Cage should look like, and he looks a bit oldish. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that. So before I hand over to you, Mr. Afroberry, do you know any movies that are coming up that you would
I think
definitely
one
wanna
thing that I saw was that a movie supposedly titled Lilith is coming out next year. So I didn't see when exactly in terms of the month it's coming out, but it's coming out next year, and Charlize Theron is the one that will be portraying the character Lilith.
Yeah.
So
very
that,
controversial because Lilith is apparently the wife of Adam.
So that one I'm pretty interested on seeing it, to see how they actually portray Lilith in terms of whether it's biblical terms, in terms of the New Testament, or it's the Jewish Bible. So I'm like pretty interested on seeing how they, the person, the director per se, is actually going to tell the story or the creation of Lilith into the movie, of basically how she was created, or how Lilith even came to be, or who exactly is Lilith. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yep, some say she's the mother of demons. Some say she's the wife of Adam. But apparently she was created as opposed to Eve, because Eve came as a side rib, like Adam. And Lilith was created alongside Adam.
Yes.
But then Lilith is woke. She's woke. She's one of those individuals that say,
Lilith
why
is a
should we do
feminist.
this? Right?
Lilith is a feminist when you take a look at how they actually describe her. She's like, if you can. Basically, she's basically all about equality. If you can do it, then I can do it. Among to the ladies. So she was the whole reason why basically why Lilith actually go the Garden of Eden is because she didn't want to be dominated. She wanted to dominate. So she wanted a sub.
It's like you start a company, you've got an employee, and someone says, you know what, nah, I don't want to take orders from you. I mean, I see it as it's an issue, man. Mm-hmm. It's definitely an issue where, in terms of taking orders, I mean, look at men in the military. We can take orders, but then, Lilith, why though? Do you see that as a good thing, though?
No, man. There needs to be a certain amount of balance. In a way, as much as women may want to be dominant, you can. They probably can in some situations. For example, in Mangiti, don't put that over there because it's not supposed to stay there. That's probably where I would say the female dominance comes in, because I already know how the house is supposed to be arranged, that kind of stuff. So there needs to be a certain...
Because we understand, in certain areas, the authority of women speaks loud and boldly, and this is where we should take cognizance. You step off, you back off, right? So Miss, you ready for us with the movies?
I'm good to go, my brother.
Let's go. Let's go.
Very interesting stuff. You know that I'm very huge when it comes to movies, right? And I have quite a few here. I think I have about 12 that are coming out next year. And that's crazy. But the first one that I want us to highlight is, and you know that I'm a huge Avengers fan, right? The first one I want us to highlight is not just Avengers actually, but the multiverse. The first one that I want us to highlight is Avengers Doomsday. So Avengers Doomsday is coming out next year. So all of these movies, like one that I just mentioned, will be coming out in 2026. And you just added a 13th one, which is Mortal Kombat. Right?
Mortal Kombat 2.
Mortal Kombat 2. I'm not sure when last I watched the first one. I think what happened with me is that growing up, we had a certain image and idea of what these games look like.
Sure.
Right? And so when Mortal Kombat came out, Abu Raiden, Liu Kang, all of these, like what we saw versus what was on screen or what we knew as in the game.
There was a disconnect.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of a disconnect. They really missed it there. But anyway, the first one that I wanted to highlight is Avengers Doomsday. That's set to come out in 2026. And you're about to see it on your screen right now. So Avengers Doomsday is coming out, and there's Loki there. Like, it's going to be crazy, guys. It's going to include all of these people. Hawkeye, who's not Hawkeye, the Falcon, who's now the Captain America. Sheesh, man, it's going to be crazy. So it's taking from, so think of it as it's taking from where Endgame ended, and the different spin-offs broke off, right? So there's Loki, there's Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's how Falcon ended up being the Captain America. There's Hawkeye, where Hawkeye is training this little girl, and the girl is played by Hailey Steinfeld. There is there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of breakaway. Moonlight is also said to come through.
Ooh, yes, because I've been watching to catch up on Moonlight.
In a depiction as well, who's going to be added into the actual MCU. Like, it's going to be crazy. So this is one of the movies that's going to come through. We're going to end off, see where Siri also ends off as one of the
Professor X-Lo.
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's going to include all of these worlds. So
wait.
All of these Earths, right? Because we saw in the latest Deadpool movie, Deadpool 3, right? Blade came in. Konja, who's that lady?
Blade, he was old there. You could see.
Man, but he's aged, obviously, because the last Blade was 3.
The thing is with our superheroes, we don't really expect them to age.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Like you said, Sandman doesn't age.
Sandman.
Yeah.
No, but he's not a superhero. He's a what do you call that? What's the term that we used, man, the last time we spoke about it?
Deity.
No, not a deity, but something along those lines. Not an amphibian, but it's a concept. There's a word that they use, but because he's not a hero.
There's the superheroes, and then there's those beings.
Yeah, those beings, right? So this is one of the movies that's going to come out. So it includes...
So superheroes age.
They do, because most of them are like humans, unless you're like a Superman.
A Superman, yeah.
Yeah, and you're from another planet, out of space, right? But yeah, it's going to include quite a lot of these break-offs of the MCU, and it's from different Earths, because now we know that X-Men Earth and Avengers Earth and Fantastic Four Earth are different Earths. Now we know, if you're an adamant follower of the MCU.
Yeah, because you would wonder, man, Uguti. Yes.
So now we know that, especially, I think, after watching Avengers Endgame, you need to go watch Loki. Loki's the one who explores
the various
parallel Earths or parallel versions of himself from different, And
then you get the different superheroes inside. Okay.
Exactly.
No, it's making sense.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be crazy. I don't know how they're going to bring back Professor X, but it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be very, very crazy. Avengers versus X-Men. Guys, it's going to be crazy.
Wait. Ooh, Iron Man is coming back.
Tony, not necessarily Iron Man. I love this lady. He's coming back as Dr. Doom. I'm gonna come on this guy.
Tony Stark.
His actual name, but he's coming back as Dr. Doom. And the conspiracy is that Tony Stark was Dr. Doom the entire time.
Or Robert.
Or Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Dr. Doom.
Okay.
But Dr. Doom, we know that is from the Fantastic Four timeline.
Sure.
Right. And Dr. Doom, they messed it up. Because we have the 2 Fantastic Four movies, the first 2 that came out, where it was the first one was them fighting Dr. Doom. The second one was fighting Silver Surfer.
Yes.
Right? And then they had a remake of it with Michael B. Jordan, which was bad. That remake was bad of the Fantastic Four. Right? And then they have the recent one, where it's like in the 70s or 80s timeline, and that also I watched. I couldn't even finish it. It was bad. So now they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. So I don't know how they're going to connect it, but it's going to be very interesting.
But what's that in his hands? Because it looks like remnants of Iron Man.
What?
The one on
This?
his arms, yeah.
No, it's Doctor Doom's.
It looks like
attire.
that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
His attire looks like this. But yeah, man.
That's Loki. I know him.
Loki. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting, man. So we're gonna have the Black Widows. This is Black Widow's sister. It's gonna be very interesting, man. It's gonna be very interesting. Loki's there. It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. So these are just some of the movies that are coming out, or the first of the 12 that I want us to talk about now. And then the other one that's coming out is Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Okay.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is also still going to include Tom Holland. Tom Holland, yes. So it's also going to include him. And I look forward to how they're going to spin it. I don't know if the other two Spider-Man are going to make a cameo in this Spider-Man in Brand New Day. But I think it's going to be very, very, very interesting, man. Like, this is going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Marvel is doing a lot, man. It's going to come out with a whole lot. Bear in mind,
The Punisher.
Yes, the Punisher is also being brought back somehow. I don't know how they're going to put all of these superheroes into one timeline, guys.
So
Mara, you know MCU
wait.
can do it.
So when you say timeline, right? Do you mean on the same Earth?
On the same Earth.
Sure,
On
that's
the
going to
same
be interesting.
Earth. And I don't know how. Because after Infinity War, we were going to follow the story of, who's that guy? We explore him in Ant-Man, Quantum what? I think the second Ant-Man, if not the third one, right? Where they go into the quantum realm. They shrink so tiny that they're in the quantum realm, atom size.
Sure, I need to go watch that.
You haven't watched?
You haven't seen it?
No, I've seen Ant-Man, but
not the quantum
sometimes
one.
you watch things absent-minded.
Sure.
Because now, how you explaining it now is that, because I'm interested in these things of,
Sure.
quantum realities,
Sure.
quantum physics. So
Sure.
obviously, if you reduce them down to the size of an
Atom
atom,
size, yeah.
then it means, because speaking of science and physics, we are told that when it comes to the spaces in between atoms,
Sure.
hence bakhuluma sort of like the Big Bang, but ukuthi atoms are moving and they can even synthesize a steak. Because if I know the atoms that make up a steak, I can synthesize it. So if they shrunk so tiny to the point of atoms, then I want to see how they affected reality.
So it's crazy because in that Ant-Man, they're so tiny that ants
are bigger than
Ants are
bigger than them.
So I look forward to that, man. How they're going to explore that? It's going to be crazy.
So how do they affect reality?
Time moves way different to what it is when they are average size, normal size. Time moves very differently.
Makes sense.
Physiology as well is quite different. So where you would find we spend 24 hours in a day, they are there for years on end. It's like with the snap.
Or with this movie, is it Christopher Nolan, where they go in dreams within dreams?
Inception. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Sure.
Where you would spend years in a dream within a dream within a dream, in that dream world. And when you come back, your reality is warped now because you don't know what the dream world is and what reality is.
Ish.
And you've spent years in the dream world, and now you're coming back and you've been sleeping for maybe a couple of days. It's like, you were sleeping for 48 hours or 72 hours. So it's crazy. Elektra is also said to come back because we saw a cameo of her in Deadpool 3. where Deadpool is teaming up with Wolverine, right? Hugh Jackman. So Elektra also made a cameo. Johnny Storm, right? Who Chris Evans as Captain America came back as Johnny Storm
from Fantastic Four.
From the first Fantastic Four, the first two Fantastic Fours, because Chris Evans is Johnny Storm. It's just crazy.
Guys, this sounds like a curriculum.
You really have to be following it to understand.
Sure.
And you can't just watch once. You can't watch the movie once. You have to go back at least a minimum of 3, maybe 4 times. And go back to other movies that came out years ago to try and make, Elektra is tied in with Daredevil. But Daredevil at the time was Ben Affleck. There's the new Daredevil that came out, I think in 2015, 2016, which was the series. There's a remake of it with the same characters, Daredevil Born Again. And it's crazy, Mr. B. It's crazy. So we're going to see this Spider-Man coming through, and it's going to be interesting to find out how they tie in all of these characters, man. And Tom Holland is coming back as Spider-Man again. Bear in mind, right? In this version, the last Spider-Man movie we saw was when the all 3 of them came back, right? But when all 3 of them had a cameo or were in the same timeline on the same Earth, he had lost the thing where he was exposed, but he asked Doctor Strange to change the timeline and make people forget and stuff like that. So I don't know where they're gonna take the story now. I don't know. So it's gonna be very interesting to find out. But yeah, man, that's the second one I want us to. We're going to see in 2026. The other one is gonna be a very nostalgic one.
Which
I think for most of us, Toy Story 3.
Oh man.
Toy Story 5 actually. Toy Story is set to make a comeback
to infinity and beyond.
Toy Story is set to make a comeback as well.
And Barney stopped.
Going to get Tom Mang. Who's the guy who plays the character of Woody? Mr. B, do you know?
No.
I also
Run,
don't know.
Forrest, run.
I've got the trailer.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Who's the guy who plays Woody, man? The character of Woody. Who voices the character? There is Woody on your screen, yeah. So it's going to be very interesting. This is a very nostalgic one. Buzz Lightyear.
Hey, Buzz, man.
Is coming.
To infinity and beyond.
So you know with Toy Story, né?
Sure.
I've got a bad memory, guys.
Why?
Because a lot of people might not know, but then Dobsonville Mall had a cinema.
Oh, yes.
Did you know that? No, yeah. So it had a cinema, and I remember this time they were giving away free tickets. Don't know if it was them launching it, but then Toy Story, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 back then, was one of the movies that they were playing. So we went there, wanting to watch a movie. So we went to the mall, and unfortunately, I couldn't watch the movie because I was turned away. My friends went in, got free popcorn, they watched the movies, and the reason why they turned me away is because I was on foot. They're like, nope, right? I didn't know, Bega. We live here. We kids. We are kids. Yeah, matikito mahala, and that day nje benginyanthule bengifaka inyawo. So I got there, machita ngeno amafa icathulo ubuye. But my friends sebangenile.
And you didn't come back quickly, run.
I ran.
Coming back?
And then I went back, but the movie was finished.
But I don't think it would have ended that quickly.
Oh.
Takes you like what? Okay, 20, maybe 10. That's 20 minutes.
No, guys.
15.
No, we're talking about the Dobsonville Mall.
Or Emmeline, yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's far.
Roughly like 30 minutes,
It's
so.
an hour, yeah.
Yeah, and that trauma still sits with me, guys.
Ah, man.
I got turned away, and I remember I wanted to watch Toy Story. Now, you can imagine after the movie when the guys are talking, yo, Bazi, this one, Woody did this. I'm like, yo, guys, I didn't watch the movie.
I think it was the first one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Maybe next year when it comes out, we should take about Pilo, about Junior, you know.
And myself.
Yeah. And
just to cover that wood, right?
Yeah. Just to try and make up for it as best as you can. But yeah, man, you should be seeing it on your screen in a second. Yeah, man, Toy Story is set to make a comeback. We're going to have Tom Hanks still voicing the voice of Woody. And we're going to have Tim Allen voicing the voice of Buzz Lightyear. So it's going to be a very interesting watch, man. I can't wait for this one, man. Quite a few characters are coming back, like Slinky Dog and Rex. Andy's mom is also going to make a comeback. Mr. Potato Head is also set to make a comeback. So it's going to be very interesting, I think. Looking forward to that one. So there's quite a few movies. Like you have a variety, you know, and you're spoiled for choice as to some of the movies that you would want to watch.
Can we get one more and then we'll continue next week with the other ones?
Okay, no worries. The last one for today is Cat in a Hat. I don't know if you're a fan, Mr. B.
First time I'm hearing about it.
Cat in the Hat.
Yeah. No, man. I've seen this.
You've watched Cat in a Hat, man. Cat in a Hat's been done quite a few times before. So, yeah, man. There was one last one that I wanted to touch on, but we'll finish off next week again. So stay tuned. Every Thursday, we're going to try now giving you proper lineups of movies and also reviews, because there's a lot.
And you know, there's also movies that come out from the likes of Netflix that don't make the cinema, but still good nonetheless. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Series as well. The one that I haven't touched on, but we've spoken about is The Last Airbender.
Ish, guys.
Avatar.
Yeah.
And season 2 and 3 was supposed to have come out this year.
Yes, I've been waiting for it because I saw season 1, but they
we're told that season 2 and 3 are coming out next year. So I think during this entirety of the year, they've been shooting. And it's crazy, guys. I get excited. 3 seasons. Each season is spent in a different country, for lack of a better word. So the first season, we see them going to the North Pole, the water nation, 3 nations. That's the word I was looking for. First season, they go to the water nation, where we see Aang, the spirit of the sea, taking Aang and taking physical form and fighting off the Fire Nation. In the second season, we see them visiting the Earth Nation. And then in the third season, the final season, where now Aang fights Zuko's dad, the Fire Lord Ozai. They visit the Fire Nation, and that's interesting. The reason that we don't visit the Air Nation is because the Air Nation has been wiped out from the face of the earth, and airbenders are extinct, and thus Avatar, the last airbender, Aang is the last airbender, and is there we go, and is the Avatar, the bridge between the physical world and the spiritual world. The lady in your screen right now wearing the green with the makeup, those warriors are called the Kyoshi warriors. And Kyoshi is a former Avatar herself, Avatar Kyoshi, and she was from the Earth Nation. So each Avatar comes from one nation at a time. And if there's a cycle that they follow, very interesting. Please pause it right there, Mr. B. Can't wait to see what the depiction of Toph is going to be. Toph is arguably one of the greatest earthbenders in history. in this depiction, she's 12 years. So all of these kids are prodigies. All of them are bending prodigies in their respective bending forms. And
Fire, wind.
Yes.
Earth.
So Zuko ends up being the Fire Lord, right? In the era of all of these kids. Toph is the teacher of Aang, and they are the same age. But she's her master for learning earth bending. Kitara is the teacher of Aang for water bending, and she's a year older. Zuko also ends up, so Aang has multiple fire teachers, fire bending teachers, but Zuko ends up being one of the most prominent ones. And he's only like 15, 16 himself. So all of these kids are prodigies. Later, there's another avatar called Kara, Avatar Kara. It's a later depiction of the thing. And the thing is, Zuko is also the Fire Lord. But what we see is that even throughout their journey, because at this point Aang has passed on, right? Toph, as you see in your screen, is a grandmother at this point, and she's still the best earthbender in history. Even in her old age, frail as she is, and she's blind, by the way. Toph is a blind little girl who comes from the Beithong family dynasty, and they're a very rich dynasty in the Earth Kingdom and things of that nature. Please go watch. I promise you won't regret. You know when I recommend.
But where do I start, though?
Animation. Start with the animation so that you understand what the live action is about.
Okay.
Go watch the animation. It's 3 seasons of 30-minute episodes. It's crazy.
All right,
it's
I'll
crazy.
I'll do that.
Go, I promise you, it's your. So the story is that each nation is a country. Each nation is a country, and yeah, man, it's said to be depicting things that happened in history. That the Earth Nation was nomads and whatever. We'll get into it. So, those are some of the things that we have for you in terms of movies and series that you can go and check out. And I promise you will not regret whatsoever, Mr. P. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Something I'll definitely watch for, starting with cartoons, yeah. So, Afri, let's close the show. Thank you, Vooka Nation, for taking the time to spend with us this morning. We really appreciate your data bundles, your time, your attention. Absolutely means a lot. So, from my end, Banele, thank you, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Afri?
Yeah, man. So to the Vooka Nation, we hope that you guys enjoyed chilling with us. And we also hope that you enjoyed the movie review we had for you, because we had family-friendly movies, series, and things that you could also look at as you are just chilling by yourself. And if you're just like Mr. B and you never had a chance to watch Toy Story, don't worry. They're going to be releasing a new one next year. So for me, Afi Berry, also known as Miss Berry Plays, but to the dark of the berry, the sweeter than Tun Tun. Imnandi mam nyama mam tlopilek tekatekin put maraloko famaname wetay kumaka say song on a morning. Till we meet again tomorrow. Bye.
Ya no quiero nada de discusiones, ni quiero que me estés comprando flores. I'm doing much better, yeah, did you notice? Ya me olvidé de tus errores. Sí que estoy llamando a estas horas, pero estoy cenando esta hora. Ya es muy tarde, ya no llores, ya no llores. Aunque estés sangrando, te ignoro. Llámame cruel, no te valoro. Si estoy guerrera y esta guerra yo gané. Mira,
vuelo, hoy soy más fuerte, soco el cielo. Ya no me quiebro, ya no te espero. Fui prisionera, hoy soy mi imperio.